So you're probably wondering why you're here right now. I'm pretty sure you clicked on the link. You're like, wow, there's a tier list here. This is gonna be really easy, quick and easy. No. We're gonna make it like really difficult. We're gonna grab like 4 people that have been playing on Taiwan server for a minute and have us like weigh in and be like, hey, if you're doing PVE content, you're doing PvP content, manual or auto, this is kind of what we think. You know, this is our after playing against the characters, this is kind of what we're doing. So today we're gonna go talk about the tier list for various kind of content. We got JBeeZee, we got Legions, we got Xray, and of course me, JuniorAndChill.
Ohio.
We're just gonna we're gonna break character. It's fine. But yeah, we're gonna figure out exactly, you know, kind of what we're sitting at for launch for My Hero, the Strongest Hero. I literally almost forgot the title. But yeah, here we are. So guys, how you doing?
Ohio.
Howdy.
Yo.
I'm ready.
All right. You know, when you ask everybody, how you doing? You're like, hi. Hi.
I am ready for them to give us a release date.
Oh man, imagine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a release
Mineta is
date.
my god, dude.
We do like
Right.
surprises though, right?
already
Great
gonna.
Mineta.
Yeah, we're flexible. You know, we did some shoutcasting. You know, when something pops up, we're like, oh snap, look at this. But yeah, there's definitely an audible on the play here.
I don't know if we can shoutcast a an actual date, but I mean we could keep them on their toes.
At this point, I would say
They're keeping us on.
NA is going to be June 1st, the way it looks. They haven't said nothing yet, and it's like 4 days away from the 18th, so I don't know.
Wink, wink, 1 million pre-reg.
Oh yeah, if we hit that, we can immediately start. Did you guys
Yeah,
know
everyone go pre-register right now. Links in description.
Mhm.
We
I
hit
don't
1 mil,
have
they
to
dropped the
do
game, they
it,
said.
so-
that? Yep, they said. So if we do it right now, before you can even see this video, it means it could be up. Just, you know, hypothetically. Just put that in your brain. So if we're gonna go through this list, we're gonna, I guess the format's gonna be most likely we're gonna talk about the character as far as PVE, which is gonna be like PVE, like regular PVE, collab, and or not collab, but co-op stuff and raid. We're gonna talk about the collab wars, which is the auto PvP, which is pretty important, and then we're gonna talk about the manual PvP of a character. So we're kind of just, you know, go through the characters. So if we're gonna start off somewhere, I think we're gonna start off with Deku. He's the first character you get in the game. How do you guys feel about him in PvE?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I think Deku's really solid. I think the more and more dupes you get, which it's easy because he's a B tier, you get him right at the start of the game, and the more you pull over time, or whale at the start, you'll get Deku to triple S plus, and he becomes pretty much like top 3 in the game because his damage numbers scale so hard with his passives that he ends up getting. And his skill tree, all 3 routes are very good. So for any new player, I feel like he's really good for PvE.
Yeah, definitely agree.
I also agree. I think I do think there's other people that are way better than him in PvE, just because, you know, he has to like be right in their face, and there's a lot of bosses that just constantly smack the shit out of you unless you are behind them or constantly dodging. He kind of has to be like right in their face, where you have like other people that put down turrets and Kunamari that launches lightning attacks from far away. But like Xray said, you know, you got that B tier and the B rank, and he's very easy to just get dupes of. And especially with that cardboard event, you could get him literally double SS if you choose all those. And he has an amazing passive list where he does massive amount of damage once he hits SS. It's crazy.
True. JBeeZee.
I mean, like, not only that, to kind of just touch upon it, like everything they're saying about the character, it's like super solid, it's super good. And one of the biggest things I noticed actually when we translated one of the passives is that I believe it's the A tier passive. I have to go double check that on again, but is that every enemy that he kills, his damage stacks up some more for, I believe, 5 or 10 seconds. And that alone, plus the fact that you can get him to SS like as soon as possible, it already kind of puts him higher than the other units. So while there are other good PvE units, this, I feel, just makes him solid. If you're looking to just like clear a stage or finish something off and you're investing high in Deku, which most of us will be, then that's, like, in my opinion, a huge factor. Like, if you can kill the enemy before they can kill you, set. So
yeah, I think like one of the biggest things is the fact excuse me, damn. The biggest thing is like you can get a ton of dupes of him like really early. One of his other passives too, every time you kill somebody, his Q resets, or his first ability, his teleport. It is like I can't tell you how many times I'm in PVE and like somebody just happens to die. I'm like, yes, I'm teleporting across the map, teleporting across the map, teleporting across
It's
the
so
map. And
busted. It's so
it's
busted.
so damn strong. And like you can just get them up to like SS like within I think it took me 2 days, like 2 or 3 days. I immediately got them up there. So it's and that's not like spending $0, like literally just playing the game. They keep like his board, like he'll get more copies of them automatically. We'll have the beginner board, which gives us like 150 plus shards for a character. So like by the time you get him to S, all he needs is like 20. You need to pull him like 2-3 times. That's it. And you already have him SS. So he's like dumb strong. He has the teleport. I'm glad it's like the actual shoot style version, like not the really weak one that we get in the story where it's like he's like, let me go run over there. No, it's literally the like teleport one. His counter that he has puts him invincible. So every time you perfect dodge, you can hit that counter button. Doesn't matter what's happening with the boss. You'll be invincible. You'll be slapping the boss. It's amazing. Like that part. Like how can you say he's not great? So
yeah,
he's really up there.
Yeah,
so you guys...
Red Riot. Man, there's so many people were saying he's not good at PVE, but I was looking at his SS and SSS. Like I have him on auto on stuff that's like 2,000 or 3,000 CP higher than him, and he just counters everything and never takes damage. It's insane. Like I think he's like one of the better units for PVE, especially for like single target bosses, like raid bosses, because he can just keep tanking the damage for your team. And he's really the only character that we've seen so far that can do that.
That's true. But yeah, as far as like
investment.
Yeah, but if you're looking at like Red Riot, like I think he's a great character. Yeah, he definitely does take like it's one of those ones where like I put him on auto. Maybe one day we will get done with this fight. Because I don't have him like double or triple S yet. Like he doesn't have like the stats you need to like do the big damage. But every time I have like one of those like OP carry friends that pop up and they'll just have like max out Red Riot, I'm like, that is insane. That was faster than if we took All Might because of the counters that he can do from bosses and stuff like that. So I can see that.
Yeah. Hey, at least the fight will get done. Like it might take a bit, and as long as there's no like really fast timer, he gonna get it done. So.
I've seen like when I was watching my Hong Kong friend play in raids for I think about an hour. In that hour, I've seen 2 Kirishimas. So there are people who are playing him, and he was like triple S. So there are people who will play him and who committed to playing him. So it is possible.
Yeah. Oh, just as a reminder, a lot of times when we were like talking about the tier listing stuff, it's like there's the tier list like ranking. But when we talk about the characters, like if you're wondering like how getting extra copies into the character it's set up, you have them. The lowest rank is like B tier, or not B tier, but like B rank. And there's A rank, S rank, all the way up to triple S plus is like the highest rank. So when we like mention like triple S or double S or S whatever, just like while we're talking about a character, we're usually talking about like what rank they are, just for people that are like kind of watching, listening, whatnot. So yeah, so like if you're looking at Kirishima, like if you look at his passives and whatnot, the fact that he gets so much damage, like, and when you hit double S, is crazy because like you have 70% damage buff, but also every time you do headbutts, every single headbutt he does up to 100% extra buff. Like it's 5 headbutts, you get like 100% extra damage, so you have 170%. Like he does huge damage. And if you hit somebody with a counter, that's one shot. That's kind of great.
And before we go on, for those of you guys that don't know, PvP is completely balanced. So the stuff we're talking about, like in Arena, does not work. But in Collab War, the auto 3v3, it will work in that game mode and in PvE. But PvP completely balanced. It doesn't matter if it's S, SS, SS plus. It doesn't matter. Everyone has the same passes, same stats. So that's why S ranks are a little bit better, because you go in with the B rank like Kirishima, and he just has the B rank, the A rank passives, and that's it. But yeah, his SS, like Junior was saying, in Collab War is actually gonna be stupid good, especially when he hits that last headbutt. He puts that huge like earthquake on the ground that does AOE and stuns them. That shit's so broken.
Yeah, it's actually insane. Especially even his his triple S is gonna be crazy with the 80%.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. It's called Red Comet. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, it's so great. Like he just gets, the more dupes into him, like eventually he'll just like outskill like most of your characters, because it's gonna be easier to get like a triple S for those B rank characters. So
it
it's
could
definitely
be like your one account, Junior. You're on that path to the Red Riot account. So
It's like it's funny too because none of us besides X-Ray have spent any money on the game, and we all have like a SS Deku, S Kirishima, S Kunamari. Like we all have S plus these B rank characters, so it's not hard as a free to play player to do it.
Yeah, within the first week, I had like every single character that I started with was S rank, or S tier, or whatever, and then like freaking all the extra characters we pulled, like from just like all those pulls you get. I pitied like 3 times.
Yeah,
in like crazy. 10 days for free.
It's crazy. And that pity is so good, and it carries over to the next banner as well. So that's my god, so good.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't be shy on pulling, guys. If you're like, hey, I got some some currencies, blah blah blah. Just
do singles. We all do singles, and we all get S rank. And you're saving yourself tickets for the next pity.
Right? Is it like you can make it interesting though, because each of the summons is a signing thing. So we've tested this.
Oh, that's true.
We're not gonna say this is certain, but if you draw special pictures or put special names, you get increased luck.
We're getting demonetized.
Oh man, yep. Don't try this. Don't try this in front of the kids. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're trying to say.
No, be artistic.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. Like, if it's a sign pad, you get to summon. Like, don't just put a name on it. Like, draw a picture, make a bird, make a.
And before they draw the Full Metal Alchemist symbol right on the.
Yes. Sometimes I sign people's names. Like I think I signed Legion's name and I got like an S ray. I was like,
you got? Was it Momo?
Oh no, I got the 6-star. The 6-star.
Oh, the 6-star item card. Yeah, that was funny.
I just want to see someone draw like a high definition picture, and it's just like a B rank puzzle.
That's
summoning no jutsu. Yeah. They draw it on there, and it's just a B rank.
Make a Picasso level art, and just like, it's just, hey, here you go, 1 shard for Kirishima.
At least screenshot the painting before you lock it in. Okay,
So as far as next character I probably talk about would be
Denki.
Denki.
Yeah,
Denki.
That Denki.
Electro boy.
What's the start on him on PVE?
Oh, PVE amazing. PvP, do not get close to anyone. You'll get clapped.
Yeah, and
because the way PvP works with ultimates, like he's a ranged character, and he has to. We talk about this all the time. He has to hit them with a slide to be able to do his ultimate. Because in PvP, you have to connect. It's like a fighting game thing to make it more, skill based when you're trying to include your ultimate abilities within your regular combos. And like, there's no way to like combo with him up close and try to stun them unless you get lucky and use his Q ability that launches the lance of lightning in the air and comes down and stuns him. You have to like, but here's the thing, if you're using that from far away, by the time you get close enough to them, they're going to be not stunned anymore and they're going to clap your cheek. So I think I've only done that once. But in PvE, he's extremely good. Like really, really good. He has the stun. His attack power, he has a passive that increases his attack power like for 5 seconds, like 7.5%. It's so freaking good, and he does do a lot of AoE. So, and the good thing in PvE, he just instantly does his ult. So if people getting close to you and you want to like, hey, get away from me, you just use his ult and they go bye bye.
That's true.
I've seen
also
plus. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, his double S plus or triple S plus.
Yeah, it's like the only one translated. It's like he could use his ability again, his 1.
Yeah.
So you use your 1, and it's enhanced, and he can use it again, 50% chance. Wow.
Thunder Javelin, it's called enhanced Thunder Javelin. So good.
Well, the crazy part is Thunder Javelin already has an inherent like chance for you to proc it again, or every single one of those abilities has a chance for you to proc a Thunder Javelin.
It's when that meter right goes to like he gets like 5 of those bolts or something on his meter.
Yeah, so you can like double Q pretty much, and then you could technically triple Q. I actually wonder if it's every single one. That means like best case scenario, could you like quad Q plus?
I feel like because look how broken Deku's is. He every time he kills a mob in PvE, he can just keep spamming his 1 and slamming his foot down on them. So that probably is like with every one.
Yeah. And then like, I honestly think I'm pretty sure we're on agreement here, especially when we first started the game. Majority of the like whether you're free to play or if you're going to buy in, like majority of people are going to be using Denki for their starting team, and he's pretty much going to clear a lot of the starting stages until you start getting your pulls in, pretty much.
Yeah, all 3 of these characters that we're talking about, that we have started talking about, Kirishima, Denki, and Deku, they're all free characters you get.
Yeah, you start out with those 3. and each one of them actually it took like me pulling All Might to replace Denki.
For
Like that's what it took.
that's
For me
same
to
with
be
me
like-
for Momo. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I had to pull like one of the strongest stat characters in the game to be like, all right, this is worth it now at this
Yeah.
point. Like, it's pretty ridiculous, right? And same thing with like Totoroki, I was just like, you know, he's the S rank also, and I was like, okay, maybe I can like replace somebody in my team. But like that's how strong of like the starters are. Like I need like an S tier or S rank character to like drop to be like, all right, I'll probably use them because they have like, you know, you get so much stuff for those characters. They're gonna be so strong, and they're just ridiculous. So that's actually really great for just like free to play players or people that are like, you know, trying to like, how do I budget for like a certain character I want to have come out, you know, eventually. This is kind of how you would do that.
Yeah, and I do like one of the things I want to talk about him too before we move on is in Collab War, like he actually chain lightnings the enemies. So like with his I think it's when he uses his Q and gets the Destructo Disc kind of attack. Once he hits, he like chain lightnings all of them and does a bunch of damage and kind of slows them down a little bit. So in Collab War, the 3v3, like starting off, he's really good. Obviously, you get better units to replace him, like maybe Bakugo or Momo, whatever. But yeah, he's really good at start off. We all climbed so far as free to play on the Taiwanese version, and it's been out for 6 months, and we climbed like really high. We're like all of us were top 300, and I think X-Ray was the highest.
My server, I'm in the top. Are you saying for Collab War?
Yeah,
I'm in top 50 now.
Yeah, top 50, and me, Junior, and BeeZee started like 3 weeks ago, and we were all top 300. Like that was crazy. So with free characters.
Yeah, and we caught up to all the whales.
Yeah.
That 6 months whales.
Power and stuff now.
I mean, and just to make it more fun, though, I mean, we just constantly kept like frog hopping over each other.
Yeah, we kept seeing each other and taking each other out. Like, oh, look, I see BeeZee over there.
So for BeeZee over here is like, hey guys, I did 3 pulls, I got All Might, and we're like, all right, great. So now we have to figure out how to beat All Might in Collab War. If we can get him, then we get the 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great.
I'm not gonna get that luck on. I'm just gonna say I think I used all my luck on that server. But it's probably going to reverse on global. So
that's a good thing about this game, dude.
I think like
beating 3
on average, I'm gonna rate him like A rank, like A tier. Sorry.
For Denki?
Yeah. Like if I was to average all of it, like I think he's like S tier in PVE, but I don't. Yeah.
He's gonna be Collab War too.
Yeah, Collab War.
Yeah.
And at PvP is where he kind of like depends who you. He's very situational. Like if you're fighting Mineta. Like, yeah, he's really good against Mineta.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think who else. Against Red Riot, he's really good against Red Riot. People that need to be in your face, and you can just keep kiting and backing up and keep just spamming abilities at them. But, yeah, once you get if you see Deku, and you're Denki, you're dead. Because he's broken. He just teleports to you and just puts you in a combo until you die, and that's it. GG.
Well, like, yeah, definitely, like, with I have beat one All Might in PvP with Denki.
That's a bad
and
All Might.
I know the guy was playing, he was probably pretty solid, but I was like, let's put it this way. I sweat so hard, my whole living room was completely like up waist high water. Okay. Just that's how hard I sweated. And like we almost ran the timer the whole way. So like it was that level of like, I'm like, I have to win. I don't know why I was so like determined. Like, gotta prove a point.
Free to play, by the way.
Like Denki's like weakness is dashing, and every single auto attack of All Might's is dashing.
Yep.
So like that's horrible. Then he has 2 leaps. Oh no.
Yeah. It was very like every time he did a certain animation, I was like, all right, cool, I'm getting ready to like W real fast and just like get him a quick stun. And then like when you use his quirk, you have a chance of stunning him too. And then if you get lucky and you actually hit 4 auto attack, you get the big explosion with the extra stun. That's how that's literally what you need to have. But you have to have it happen like right when he's not in invincible frames. Because if you didn't know, All Might half the time is an iframe, like all the time. Like,
literally, you can't even put the man in a combo for more than 2 seconons because he breaks out of it. It's so horrible.
So strong. Yeah, Denki's are pretty up there. Yeah.
So everyone, like, were you guys on the fence? Like A rank, A tier? I mean, for him, or
if you did like all around, yeah. But if you're like doing PVE for me, like PVE, he's like
S, right?
Well, I have him at A actually.
Yeah,
because there's like a character's better than him for sure. That we're gonna have on launch.
I think if it's like if you're talking like everyone at triple S plus, he's probably like S tier, but like base and like going forward for a while, he'll probably be like A.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah,
everyone's gonna get this stuff anyways, and if somebody likes, there's a lot of people like Denki. It's actually a lot of girls. A lot of girls like Denki, so they're gonna just put all their dupes in him, you know. So it's just like
This is the
Hey, I love that. Yeah, I love that, dude.
best animation, man. Yeah, like for me, like I put him at like an A rank for PVE. For the auto PvP, I put him at B rank
Yeah.
because like if he doesn't get the space to do his like explosion auto attack, his fourth hit, then he's gonna get blown up immediately.
And
But
if
he
there's
happens
a-
to get it, you lock it.
And if there's a Deku on the other team and they focus him, he's dead.
Mhm.
He can't do nothing.
And then, like, yeah, of course, I put him like the lowest rank for Mitchell. Honestly, I put him at C tier for arena. Like,
For arena,
it's
yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
Like, he's great. It's just so hard.
I mean, no, yeah. Even if you try to smash bro your
if
way
his
with,
passes worked, then it would be fine.
Mhm.
yeah, but because you can't take those in there with you, Denki, like that's the biggest thing is when you go to PvP and you lose the passives. You see the raw power of the character,
Mhm.
which a lot of people to this date don't seem to grasp that concept. But yeah,
Mhm.
when you go to PvP, everything you are stripped of everything. You are bare. This is like think your average fighting game, and you just go in with skill. So you better know the skill set.
Yeah, everybody has like a set HP, defense, attack,
Mhm.
stat.
Damage levels, yep.
That's
Yeah.
why the S rank characters at base, when you pull them, are so much better in regular arena because they actually have S rank, stats, and then
Mhm.
And
you got
passives,
your
yeah.
B rank that has just A rank stats and A rank abilities. They don't get the S rank. Even if you have them at S rank, it doesn't matter.
Mm.
But remember, we all body all might with Kirishima, so.
Yep.
There you
I used
go.
I've beaten literally
Full
the best,
counter.
like setup team with the starting characters.
Yep.
That was that felt so good.
It does feel so good.
And I-
Just as
they're
Zawa.
good.
I can't stand this.
yeah.
It's also good against Momo, like Kirishima hard
Oh,
counter.
yeah.
Momo. I have not lost ever since
He's
I.
good
actually
against
switched
Stain,
back
too.
and, yeah, it's like Kirishima in PvP surprisingly shines a bit too bright, and
Yeah,
just
he's
giving me
kinda broken,
flashbacks to
man.
Meliodas. And
Oh, yeah.
like I feel like just for meme, the creators should just put a full counter somewhere in their line, just to
Full counter.
satisfy them.
Oh yeah, we never went over what do you guys think? So like Deku, like what do you guys think for tier? For the
Oh, yeah, I was going to edit that in, but yeah.
crossboard?
Deku, PvE wise, I'm gonna put him A tier just because some of the harder stuff down the line, if you get hit in one of their the boss's combos, you're kind of screwed, and he really has to be right in their face. PvP like arena, S tier, 100%. Collab War, I think I'm gonna put him at A too because there's just other units like if you face a Mineta and they just like stun lock you and gang up on you, you're dead. And yeah. But SS, when he's SS or SSS or SSS plus in Collab War, he's really good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go A tier in Collab War and PvE, and S tier in Arena for Deku.
What do you guys think? For, Deku?
I honestly think like the more I play and the more like I talk to people from like the China or Taiwan server, like I think Deku's like B in PvP when people learn because if every Deku starts off hitting their one ability, and if you dash, you get an immunity and CC immunity. So every single time I start, I instantly dash and if it's a real player, they're gonna instantly just one across the map. And ping and like maybe someone on their phone might not be able to do it fast enough, but either like good phones and PC players are gonna just instantly gone, dash, immune, and then you always just miss your knockup. And then they just hit you the moment you land. But he's still good, and he can still stomp people in the lower ranks. But the higher ranks you go, and the better people get, it's kind of like everyone. He's predictable, because you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna do 1-1, basic combo, hit you with the flick thing, 1-1. So you don't let him get that off in the first place, and then he's kind of screwed. So I kind of just, and then like there's a lot of characters in the big ranks with immunities and ways to counter him. That is just kind of.
Oh yeah, like
Star,
Ozawa,
definitely like
Stain.
A. I put him like A.
Yeah.
A PvP. I think I put him A in both, just because.
It also depends on how smart you are when it comes to like PvP in general. Like if you know that a lot of people expect that one across the map as soon as the match starts, you don't do it.
Then,
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just overall, just the way the Midori works, and just on all the tier lists, I have him listed as A. Because he's still a solid character, and yeah, obviously when you're looking at the fighting side of it, at that point it's mind games technically. So while he's still useful there, I just think he's like a solid A at the end of the day. So
Yeah, all around. I agree.
For me for PVE, I put him at A rank. Only because at certain points like you can't like he relies on the fact that he needs to knock people up. And in PvE, like a lot of the bosses you can't knock up, so his kit is kind of useless, and it makes it kind of hard to do his shot.
Mm-hmm.
But he does hit like super hard and get him pretty like high up there. So it's like he's pretty decent. Like and it's annoying. But like my best character is like Totoroki normally because I have him all invested. He has all the highest level cards, and Deku is still stronger. Like actually, and I'm like
because he's so easy to get dupes of and story and pulling, and that's the thing.
Yeah. So that's why like I've put on A rank for story stuff, and then like for the auto PvP, I think he's like C. He's like the lowest rank for me because he either like kind of locks somebody up or gets immediately exploded. And like once again, he's my strongest character. And in the collab stuff, he gets like I've watched him get like nearly one-shotted like immediately. I'm like, oh cool, he's dead. Dope. There goes my carry. And literally, I could have just used like a level 10 Mineta and been freaking good. But, I use Deku like an idiot. That's how I feel like every time I do collab wars right now. Because he can just get locked down so quick and he's instantly dead.
Yeah, I'm not using him anymore. I replaced him with Mineta, and Mineta does better because he just locks somebody in.
Pretty much,
so good.
I never thought in my life I would say I replaced Deku with Mineta. No,
dude, Mineta's so good. We'll get to Mineta, but like I'm gonna gush on that dude. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know.
I say the joke.
Be surprised.
With the gush.
Yes.
The feeling of beating somebody in collab war with such a simp White Knight character is just so good.
So good. But as far as like auto PvP or manual PvP arena, right? For me, just because I've gotten into like people's heads like super hardcore, like S rank like Deku all day, I have clapped. Like there's very few characters in the game. I've beaten every single character so far with Deku. Yeah, every single there's not a single like only person I haven't fought is a Ojiro. That's it. It's the only thing I haven't beat yet with him. But like it's just like you get into like the rhythm of it. He has like you can mess up his combo in different ways and restart it in a different way, which is crazy. Like all the other characters I haven't been able to like you have the one like the Q combo that you can start with, and you can already start with the auto attack because auto attack is like teleport range. It's like a big cone pretty much. You got like you can do a shot to like teleport on somebody. You can do like his kick to get in real quick and then do his Q. Like it's really crazy. Like there's so many like different variations. Like his combo can go from anywhere. So that's why I think he's like super great for just for arena. He's free. So for me, like S rank, I have like literally 1v3'd so many people just with that guy and like barely lost any HP. So I think it's pretty up there.
It's flex.
This is what the people need. Like, hey man, like you have a tier list where like, hey, I saw this list of people and then boom, or like, hey, I've been playing and actually clapping people. Let me tell you my story. This is what the point of this whole thing is, right? So we have that. How about this? Let's go to Mineta. Let's go there.
There you go, dude. The god.
The god.
Okay. I mean, I'll be the first to say it because I pulled him. I remember I did. This was on a gracious blue sky day, and we were all there at Legions. We were all sitting in a Discord call, and I forgot whose name I signed. I think it was Xraypc or something like that. And I pulled Mineta, and my face. I had a smile because I went in, hoping for like a Momo or something.
Was a smile.
And when I pulled Mineta, I didn't know how to express myself, and I was actually going to bench him. I really was, and unfortunately, he was actually the better character I replaced at that point. Kirishima. I replaced Kirishima with him, and I actually can't be disappointed with him anymore. Like after seeing his kit in PvE, he can auto like extremely OP. The fact the way his kit works, and then of course introduced into Collab War. What the moment I just put him in with like All Might, and just that change alone was huge for Collab War. And then I tried him out in regular PvP, and while I didn't know his kit that well, I was actually getting away with a lot of sticky situations. So
Hey.
I can't be disappointed with him. He has a very solid kit. So
YouTube, I'm sorry about that dad joke. We'll talk to him later.
Let's just say, like, I had All Might, right? He's like souped up, and when he leaps at the start of Collab War every single time, he always uses his W ability. He leaps, lands, and he was half health already because Mineta did like half his health and damage. Every single time, everyone who was a souped up Mineta.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the heck?
Best static character in the game getting melted by Grape God.
Grape God.
I will say in PvP, he does take a lot more skill than using someone like Deku or Kirishima, where you could just, you know, their combos are very easy. But like the game has the tutorial thing where it shows you how to do all the combos, so you can learn the combos if you pay attention when you're doing that. But
free currency.
I'll probably rank him at like A tier for like arena, because you really have to practice with him, and you have to be kind of close. If you're not close, like if you facing someone like Denki, yeah, he can just keep launching his lightning at you from far away, and you can't do nothing. But Collab War, to me, that's where he does the best. Collab War, he literally can lock one unit in place for like 5 seconds, and your team can just slap the crap out of him. Like, I faced an Endeavor the other day, and I used Mineta. Mineta, as soon as the battle started, blocked him right in the middle, and my team just clapped him, and he was dead. So he's really good when it comes to that. And then, you know, he puts his sticky balls all over the place and slows the enemy down. He's really good. And PvE, I haven't really used him much, but it seems like he'd be really good in PvE too, especially because of how good he is in Collab War.
Yeah, he's a pretty good like auto PvP character. Like, you just like throw him in there, he just does his thing. If I do Collab War, I got into the point where I see Mineta and I dodge. Like, I'm just like,
the reason I think in PvE he might not be as good as in Collab War is maybe on auto it's better, but like trying to manual his one ability, his Q, with the throwing the ball, like I don't know if it was just ping with the on co-op of the Taiwanese server or whatnot. I couldn't even see where the balls were going. I was like, where am I hitting?
It's a straight line, and it does not go where your reticle is. It goes under where your face is. So
okay. So I was probably aiming it wrong then.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't go where the reticle is.
It's kind of
a problem.
Because that ability, when he gets SS and SSS, like that ability skyrockets like with damage. He gets crit increase, he gets damage increase like 2 times. It's stupid good.
I think one of the biggest things we got to bring up though, because I out of all that I've ever seen passives in games, I find this interesting, is his A rank passive.
Female one. I was about to
say,
oh yeah, the female passive, dude.
His attack power goes up, and I'm like, okay. I mean, an enemy female.
Momo boss. There's a Momo boss or the
so
he explodes.
There's that.
So he gets an extra 10% plus 185. Yeah. Well, he also, if you go into raids, there is a passive where if there's a female on the field, literally it's his passive again. You can get it, and it's like up to 25% or something like that. So like you take that plus Mineta, like it has like a thing, and then also there's a second Mineta passive in a raid where all your female characters get more defense, like just get more armor, pretty much. So he's going to, like, depending on like what raid you get into, like he's going to be great for that too.
Not to mention, when I was talking about Collab War, when he imprisons people, like when he locks them in, they actually, is it SS? Yeah, it's SS. It's called Downfall. When he locks them in, they take 15% increased damage from everybody. So that's why he's so freaking good in Collab War.
Are awesome. His A rank is opposite attract. S rank is ecstasy. SS is downfall. Then his triple S
ecstasy.
Is
what a name for an ability.
Basket. His quirk is for popularity.
I just want to point out that like his one ability is called Grape Bullet Rain.
Grape onslaught.
Bullet
Grape
rain. Bullet rain.
Junior gonna release that song later, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So
he also becomes he makes the grapes become invisible, which is great.
Oh, maybe that's why I couldn't see them.
Oh, also in PvP, when his grapes are on the ground, he can walk over them, and then he does an AoE each time he picks up and heals himself.
Yeah.
Or when enemies walk over the grapes, they get rooted in place.
Exactly.
And extremely slow down. So a lot of people in PvP will use him as a unit to like put those down and then swap out to a different character. while they're slowed, and then just clap them cheeks.
Yeah. Well, he's like the Caltrop style character. We kind of go around and just like drop some mines. He's like Teemo. Like if you wanted to play Teemo in My Hero, boom, you're like all the league reference right here. He's literally Teemo. It's
I think he's more popular than Teemo now. He's officially more popular than Teemo.
Yep, official. Huh. He sees a hat now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I had that GIF right there. That's his ability in the game. Wow.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, it's true. But
it's weird because I want to point out that ability that you're showing in Discord, half the time, especially in Collab War, looks like he's not like they're like far off. They still get rooted, and when he does that, they still take damage. But he's like far away.
He's like
doing
a place for doing no reason.
Yeah, and I'm just like, are you doing damage? Are you doing anything? And he is doing damage, but like the way they have the animation is just he's just bouncing in his own dimension. I'm like, okay.
So what's everyone rank him at?
Yeah, what do you guys?
I'd give him a solid A overall.
Overall, yeah.
And then, well, for each section, what do you guys think?
So PVE, A PvP. He's like a high risk, high reward. No matter how much I use him, he's like when you're slapping someone, your 3 roots them, your balls on the ground root them. So he's kind of like a budget Aizawa, where like he could do a ton of damage, he could root people, and then you could just swap out and then like go to somebody else who actually does do damage, like crazy damage for easy.
Yeah, I agree with Xray. Mine is the same. The only thing I rank him S tier in is Collab War because he makes your whole team do more damage when he locks 100%. People and slow everyone down.
Yeah, for me, like for PVE, like I have him at B only because when you have to do manual stuff.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll probably put mine at B tier too because I literally don't use them on PvE unless it's on auto. Yeah. It's just that one move where you have to root in place and throw his in PvE is kind of
because there's too many enemies.
Yeah, and then
as well.
Especially when the bosses are constantly doing huge AoE damage everywhere, you got to keep moving. You can't really stay in place like that.
Oh yeah, pro tips everybody. This game actually has boss mechanics, and you'll get one shot if you don't pay attention.
Multiple phases, multiple boss mechanics. Momo makes your whole screen turn upside down. So using that one ability in Mineta right there, I don't even think it zooms you in. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's really hard to use him.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a disclaimer we should actually add in right now too, especially when when we're talking about auto and manual. Most of the content you can auto. That includes dailies, things like that. But there are certain things that you will be farming in that game.
Oh, even co-op, you can auto some of the stuff until you get to like the really higher level stuff where
high level office and raids.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, like tier 18, office. Great time.
Yeah. With facing a Momo, Nomu with 99 health bars. Love it.
The guy who goes up in the water tornadoes and he just goes up in the air and one tornado with like 3/4 their health.
As you die.
With
sharks with freaking lasers attached to their heads.
With freaking laser beams.
Like auto, like so auto, your characters never dodge any skill shots, so you have to use those characters in those. So like, so they're terrible. Like when you're like using them, like Mineta, like
unless you use Kirishima, he has a counter.
Oh yeah, I don't even think that makes him immune to some of those. Or I guess his passive, his quirk, makes him invulnerable for like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have him up there for that. I think S tier for collabs.
Yeah,
because I dodge him, so that's how good he is.
Yeah,
like I'm good. I'd rather win. Versus like maybe I'll win. So I usually dodge him, and then like I put him at A for PvP because he is an Aizawa counter, and you need to find. Since everybody gets Aizawa at launch and global, you're gonna have to find yourself some counters. Are you guys ready for that?
Praising the Lord that we didn't have to play against him at start. Oh my god!
I hate using this word, but PvP is gonna be so cancer when the game comes out. Oh my god!
Because it's good for my wallet. Because then that means I can, I can further chase that dupe now if they give me a free one. So, yes, I'm happy. All right.
Yeah. What about you, JBeeZee? What do you
like at the end of the day, again, I mostly played him on auto. Very few. I will say because I don't like his manual. I agree with Legions on that. I just leave him on auto for that pure fact that his AI knows what to do and like it does everything. It's super fine. But when you go to manual, I feel like his kit drops more because it's not a matter of skill at that point. It's just his skills are kind of a pain in the butt to me on manual. So on that bright, I'd still hold him at A for sure. Like I still, and then Collab War, I still stick with the S tier. Like it's just, in Collab War. Honestly, now that I think about it, anyone who has Mineta probably should just stick with him and then pair other units alongside him and on the first string line, because he's ultimately just gonna really help you with the whole tying down thing that we talked about. So yeah, A for everything else, S for Collab War.
Yeah. That makes sense. And then let's talk about
Uraraka,
yeah. Actually, that's a
my
good
girl.
one.
That's actually
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Some
Also,
gravity.
also, why did they make these characters so thick in this game? I don't understand.
Every single one.
Well,
I'm about to
Even
get
when they're not in the
demonetized.
show or an anime.
But like, why?
Even the NPCs.
Yeah,
NPC,
like there's
random
freaking
reporter.
bartenders, and I'm like, bro, they don't look like that in an anime. What are you doing to me?
New revamp. For the new season, they're getting ready
Targeted
to.
marketing.
Yeah,
Oh man.
they want you to play the game longer, and what better way to play the game longer than to add?
Extra C's to
Thick.
your thick.
Yeah, I remember when I saw what's the name of the engineer that does Deku's stuff?
I don't remember her name, but I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but I saw her in the game and I was like, hello?
I'm chill. I'm game
Game
chill.
chill. Why is there jiggle physics on her? The hell? Jesus Christ.
Oh man. Yeah. So since you want to bring her up first, what's your thoughts on her?
I used to think she was amazing in Collab War until there's so many characters that can knock her out of the sky. Because she, as soon as Collab War starts, she floats herself to then like rain. It's like you have to get really lucky. If she goes in the air above them and does her AoE rock thing that stuns them, she's amazing. But if they have like a Kunamari or what's the other character that can hit out of the air? Even Deku can hit her out of the air. Bakugo,
Tokoyami,
All Might,
Aizawa.
Endeavor. Like there's so many characters that can knock her out of the air.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
pretty much any S rank. And if she gets knocked out of the air, GG, she's dead because she gets like kind of stunned when she gets knocked out of the air and just lays there getting knocked the hell out. So for that, I'm probably gonna rank her at like A. I would have said A tier. I think B tier, honestly,
For Collab War,
for
actually.
Collab War, because I used to say A tier because we got her for only $1 on the Chinese version if you really wanted her, the Taiwanese version, and global I think it's gonna be Froppy this time, or it was on the beta. So, but yeah, I think B tier for me for Collab War. PVE really good because, like we were talking about boss mechanics, she can evade most like everything in the air. So if you see they're about to do some stupid broken AoE that's gonna knock everyone out, she can just float herself and just rain rocks down and stun them and use her AoE rocks. She's really good for AoE damage and boss fights. I'm trying to look at her kit right now because I haven't really looked at her stuff. She does she does slow down people with her rocks as well at SS, which I didn't even know she did that with her meteor shower. It's 20% more damage to people in slow state. It reaches 8 stacks, so it can stack up to 8 times. Like that's crazy. That's crazy damage for PVE.
Well, you also got to remember if you have that higher rank Mineta too,
Mm-hmm.
she is now adding slows, which means
adding
boom.
slows, which boom more damage. Yeah, dude, that's so great. Like team composition in PvE is kind of important when you're doing co-op and
Especially for
collab.
raids.
Yeah.
9-man raids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or
And
triple
arena
S plus an endeavor, but it's a whole different story.
arena for me, it's hard to say because like she's really good against certain people, and then really a lot of people can counter her so easily. Like sometimes I have trouble against her, like in the beginning when I was just using the 3 basic free characters, Kunamari, Kirishima. Kirishima can like kind of counter her rocks when she throws them from range, but he can't hit her. He just has to wait until she falls down, and she could literally do her W ability that just flies in and floats you. So and then she can combo the crap out of you. So it's I'm gonna A tier for arena for me. You got to really know how to play her to be good with her, and you got to know what characters you can go against and what characters you're like, oh, maybe I should swap out.
What'd you guys thoughts on her?
I think you should use probably change her to B in Collab War. There's so many everyone's gonna have like Bakugo to start, Aizawa. Let me look at this thing.
So you can have the people that are top 10 of the server getting
Midoriya,
Endeavor.
Kaminari, no, not Mineta. I think Froppy took me out of the air. Aizawa and
Yeah, her tongue does.
Bakugo,
Yeah, I have her.
Tokoyami,
Mhm.
and Totoroki. Yeah, those are the characters that can take her out of the air, and everyone's gonna be using them.
I think
Especially
Tokoyami
Aizawa,
can too, right?
everyone's preferring
Oh,
it.
you said Tokoyami, yeah.
Tokoyami,
Yeah.
his 3 and his 1 can take her out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so high.
The,
Has so much
and
power.
yeah, it has the gravity thing and it grabs
Mhm.
from the air.
And then Todoroki, he like I think his he has like multiple like the icicles that go straight up.
Yeah,
in the
that
air,
reaches
and then
her.
He has this where he throws the 3 icicles. And,
Mhm.
like I don't know, there's so many things that can take her out of the air.
Yeah, it's his fire W. Because it plumes up. So if it happens to
The
plume just
AoE.
right, boom, knocks her out.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah,
It
so
is.
she
Yeah.
gets counter arena. It's a little bit easier to use her
Mm-hmm.
because
1v1.
you counter Kirishima and things like that. Yeah, and no one's gonna be perfect all the time. And she's a really good swap-in unit. Like a lot of people do her whole combo where if you go in the air, right in melee range, and it
Mhm.
might be only when you hit them with the one ability, but they hit me with like the one ability or the Q ability, it launches me up in the air, and then she hits her thing where she goes up in the air and does like a twirl and hits you all the way up. Then she
Oh, yeah.
hits you with like her Q up or her thing where she spins in circles, and then she
Yeah.
does that in the air with the cylinder, and then she just rains on you, and you're
Yep.
just and then she just swaps out by the time she hits
Yep,
the ground.
yeah, they
Yep.
make sure
God.
a lot of people in arena that know how to play her, as soon as they don't have the Q anymore to make her float in the air, they swap her
Mhm.
up.
Yep.
For a cooldown, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it, she's really a safety net character. And while we like for especially for $1, at least on our server, and like she was really good when you're first starting off, but like as we were getting more characters, like you said, sadly it starts to show where her actual
Mhm.
power grade is.
Mhm.
Like I again I used to have her at A as well, but like as I was playing her some more, especially in Collab War when I started having all the other units for Collab War, she goes down like quite a bit, especially there. And then in arena, even when you get to the high ranks, if you want to main her, you will eventually have to use her as a switch character. She becomes a switch in, like how we
Mhm.
talked about like Froppy is switch in, and some of those other characters you just
Oh,
switch in.
yeah.
She becomes there, and she's not a mainstay that you want to keep out on the field for that long. But besides that, it's like she's still decent. So I'd still give her an A in arena. She definitely goes down, unfortunately, in Collab War. She was gonna be like one of my second favorite units, but it's just her power starts to show just a little bit later. PVE though, I mean, still solid. So I give her A there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never
for-
seen their passives later on, but they do tons of damage.
Not to mention,
Yeah.
I forgot to say, if you see an
Your
Ida
skill
on the
tree.
other team on Collab War, GG, she's not even getting in the air. He just zooms across the map as soon as it starts, and she's knocked out. Like she don't even get
This
to
is
go in the
true.
air.
That is 100% true.
Mineta, stop Ida.
Yes,
Do
I
it.
think everyone's
Yeah.
consensus is that she's just overall B tier.
I have her on A for PVE just because of the fact that like there's a lot of stuff she can get away from, which is pretty nice. Especially when like the bosses are doing like those insane like one shot like mechanics. She's just like, all right, cool, I'm above this literally. Just flies over it. She can knock people up. Maybe like say like there's like those weird some of the ads that come through. They do like CC stuff. You can just like tag them real quick with their float and just like, all right, you can stay up there. I'll deal with this crap over here. Which I think is pretty strong. The collab war, because of so many people can knock her out. Like when you're like, if you're farming low ranks where you're fighting just bots, you're gonna win every fight. But as soon as we're like other characters come in the game, where like it's like, hey, you got this new character, this S rank, that S, like she's gonna get clapped by every single person, which is kind of rough. And then for arena PvP, I have her at B, because like Denki, like the second I fight. Like when her, I just immediately swap in Denki immediately. And I just wait for like the second I see her about to go up in the air. I'm like, all right, Q. Oh, I proc another Q. All right, cool. You're stunned for a whole 3 seconds now, and I go over there and just beat the crap out of her. So like it's to me like I have an instant like because of how easy it's to counter her. I think she's like a little bit lower in arena. So for me, like she's like a all around like EA-ish tier character maybe.
Not to mention, we're going by like global launch. We're gonna be getting Izawa for free. Izawa literally has a move where he just yanks her out of the air with his bandage and slams her down. So like he's so busted. As soon as you see, if you have Izawa and you see a Uraraka, you can just be like, okay, well, free win because she's not doing nothing.
There's like characters that slightly counter him. So like yeah, like Uraraka counters so many people, but not Aizawa. Mineta counters a lot of people, but slightly Aizawa. Like, jeez.
Yeah.
Right,
so that's where I think we have
overall B tier.
B-ish, yeah.
We have. Let's go with so we brought up Tenya Ida earlier. So
okay,
you guys thoughts on?
Boy, bro.
We'll let Xray go first. That's his boy.
No, he's like I'm wearing a blue. I'm repping.
Him and Bakugo on
rocket legs, bro.
Let me find his thing. There's like it's like when you look at his passes, when you read them out, you're like, okay, this guy's insane. Plus his skill trees. His skill trees is like one side stacks crit rate, crit damage. I think I think he can get up to like 50% or like 80% more crit
His
damage per set.
SS, the one I think
Stack
you're
attack
talking
power,
about, is the
everything.
one that stacks up 20 layers.
Oh
And-
yeah, it's 20 layers of crit rate. Yeah,
So
I
I
think we do his basic attack combo.
0.525%. So it's like 0.5% for every stack. So he can literally get 10% more crit rate from that passive.
Also, it's like he gets his passive, like his actual quirk, is a stacking attack percentage up to 200% more attack
That's
speed.
crazy.
I mean, so he has 200%. He's like, and like sometimes his auto attack combo doesn't even end because it's going so fast. So
That's true.
like,
He's
yeah,
also the
so-
only character I've seen that has penetration on his S rank passive.
His A rank passive is crit rate, crit damage, penetration. Then he gets more
Yeah.
crit rate. Then he gets more damage, and then like and then he has attack speed. So like he's literally like, I don't know. In any other game, he would be broken. So like I'm surprised when I looked at this and people put him in low in PVE.
Dude,
'Cause, like-
everybody puts them
Yeah,
super low.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. It's like the people that put Bakugo low too. I'm like, what is wrong
Yeah,
with
even
you
on
people? Are
PvE
you
after the
insane?
buff.
I think
I
it's
was
just
like,
people that
wow.
don't know how to play the characters, you know?
Yes.
Because I've
Oh, yeah,
I've
like-
fought against people in arena that use Ida, and they just try and zoom from the beginning of the
Across the
match. And I'm
map.
like, bro, that's not how you play him.
Yeah, because with ping, his abilities don't work well, and they don't target like in PVE. PVE, I can just hit Q over and over again, and slamming, like dashing into something off screen. But in PvP, it doesn't target at all because of the ping. So like you have to do it in the middle of your combo. But because I'm doing it, and you have to do that anyways, because to stack your passive for the attack percentage, it's going off this red bar, and it's going off your basic attack combo. That's how you get your percentage up. So people are just like, I'm hitting the one ability in my twos and all that. Why is it not going up? Your 2 stacks that bar to then use your 1. Your 3 expends that bar, so you don't want to use your E. You don't want to use that. So you want to get your passive up. Because I fought a dude, I had 120%, and his characters kept spawning in, and I kept destroying him because I have 120% more attack speed in PvP.
Yeah, the only time you ever want to use that is like if it's literally their last character and you know that E will probably finish them off and you want to get that huge damage. That's literally the only time you use it.
Pretty much.
You pretty much do that and straight into your ult, like, and that's one shot.
Yep.
Instant. So what do
He's
you
the
got?
only character too that works with lifesteal. There is lifesteal in the game, and he's the only one that works with it because he attacks so fast and so often and so hard.
Gotta get your the midnight card so you can
Yeah.
get that.
Oh,
life
yeah,
in.
dude, his card.
I'm trying to find a 6-star that goes with it because there's so many 6-star cards that aren't translated that I don't know what are going to be the good ones that are not just character specific.
Yeah, we'll do like an updated podcast when like we finally get all these new like 100% translations. Because right now we're doing like we're translating with Google Translate on Taiwanese stuff. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's so. Where do you think you put him at?
I think he's S tier in PvE. I think he's S tier in PvE, to be honest. Like, because you don't even need that many like things to go into him. I'm about to change my PvE tier list. He's S tier in PvE. I think he's like A tier in PvP because it still takes a good player to be behind him. Like you could either be terrible or good, but he's just a solid character, so you can't really be too bad with him. At least on lower ping. And then I think Collab, he's like A or S, depending on how much dupes and things that you put into him.
I'm gonna agree with X-Ray on everything. I think I put him at S in Collab War because if you look at the top teams, like at top of leaderboards on Collab War, a lot of them have Ida because he just literally rushes. They're SSS obviously, but he literally just rushes an enemy right at the beginning of the battle and just messes them up right in the beginning. So, I put him overall S tier in almost everything except for arena because A tier for me for arena because you have to know how to use. I fought so many of them, and for the longest time I used to tell X-Ray, I'm like, bro, I don't know why you say he's so good. I'm clapping these Idas in arena. They're just trying to hit me, lunge at me from far away, and I just let them miss and beat the crap out of them.
And show.
Yo, give us private matches.
I know,
Yes,
dude. I
let's do
can't
it.
wait. We'd be able to. That'd be such good content for content creators too, man.
Oh yeah.
And like being able to fight your guild mates and like, I mean, Seven Deadly Sins has it in a turn-based thing. This is a fighting game. You got it. I think they'll add it eventually.
I need to.
But yeah, once I pulled Ida, I was like, oh, yeah, he's good. I'm still leveling up, but yeah, overall, I give him like S tier in almost everything.
See, for me, like I have him A for literally every section. It's only because of the fact that it's a skill thing. So it's like, and like a lot of characters, you can like no brain and do better. So I think that's where like for me, like he's A across the board, like literally every single section. Which is funny because that's the first character I have like literally like that. But yeah, it's mainly just because there's still like some like user like part to it, and then like, it seems like because like you can All Might brain dead the game.
Oh yeah,
if you want,
just,
for example,
just spam Detroit Smash over and over. You're good.
Yeah, right.
Literally, just take him to the 8 mile all day. You know what I'm saying? But like,
yeah,
that's all you gotta do. But like for him, yeah, he's super strong in every single like section of the game. I feel like, but like I said, it's just like the skill part of it, and like if you like, you also need to build your gear that you have. Like in the game, there's like not each individual character gear set. It's like, hey, you need to have like your account gear set. So like if you need to build that up, you need to do like a bunch of other like extra side stuff to make him like just right. I feel like. So I feel like that's why he's like not S tier for me, but he's like A all around. But it's still a really great character you can get. You can farm the character out. So that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to agree with Junior's one, mainly for the fact I've seen X-Ray play Ida like a bunch of times, and I just pulled him yesterday. I think it was yesterday about. But until I like personally get to try him out and kind of put him through all the ropes, I do think he's a solid A character on the board. And like X-Ray, everyone mentioned like he needs some skill. So any character that kind of has that skill and potential definitely can fit in the A tier. It's just since I haven't had that personal experience yet, I'm gonna have to stay solid on this one. So that's my reasoning.
Let's see who else we got for the lower ranks. We have
Tail guy.
we got Froppy, man.
Okay, we can do Froppy.
I'll leave Tail guy because it's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have played him, so
Nobody. Ojiro, Ojiro exists, but like he was a battle pass only kind of character in Taiwan, so we can't like unless you were there for that, you didn't get him. So
his kit seems super weird. Froppy, can I go?
Froppy.
No, you can go. You go. You go.
JBeeZee, go start it off for Froppy.
Okay. Yeah, good point. I got the screen on this one. Yeah, no. So when I first got Froppy, we were talking about it, and X-Ray was explaining to me how if you have the certain tongue move where she can pretty much flip a character, kind of pull him towards them, which is really good in PvP. One of the things I noticed when I used her on auto, this is like the biggest thing to notice. Well, her PvE on auto has left me kind of like, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. In fact, she does the exact combo that Legions took quite a little while to learn.
Yeah.
And she does it automatically on auto. But the thing about that is she constantly does it. So all you're going to get for your anime, if you're looking for aesthetic gameplay or whatever reasons, you're just going to see her spin nonstop on auto on the same target, and she does single target damage. And occasionally she'll drop poison, but for the most part, just get ready for Froppy to just constantly do a cartwheel.
For reference, for what you guys want to know, you literally do a combo, and then at the end, she gets in the air and literally turns herself into a freaking Hot Wheel or a Sonic character, and just keeps hitting them over and over again. Yep. And you literally just keep spamming one, and it keeps hitting them. Done.
Yeah.
I've never been able to use it in Arena, but because ping. I haven't been able to get good with her in Arena because I feel like she's a character that you need to be able to like react with fast, and like ping was a problem. Everyone else here has like 200, 300 ping. I have fucking like 800 ping.
Yeah, I can barely get that off of PvP. I try.
It's okay. Yeah, no, like I think she'll be fine on global. But like putting that aside in the memes that she has in PvE gameplay on auto, Collab War, huge notice for this one. If you use Froppy, I personally don't use her as a frontliner, but if you use her as a backliner, she kind of comes in there. And if you're looking to finish off units, she really does specialize in that. And I had a lot of situations where it was just her and another unit, or even like 2 units. And because she has a passive where she goes invisible every so often when she uses an ability, and she keeps dodging their attacks, especially in Collab War. So all she does is she drops poison. And one good example was Ida's. This actually, perfect example against Ida's in Collab War is they would always try to find Froppy, and she would always go invisible, and she'd always put the poison down. So all you see on the screen the entire time between those two is Ida constantly dashing directly into her poison pools. And she's just constantly going invisible, jumping around him. That's it. That's the whole thing.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you guys are going to like my tier for her.
Have you seen her triple S?
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes her good. That's what I was looking at. Like, I think she's like, man, you guys are not going to like me. I think she's B tier and like everything. Unless you have her SSS for Collab
Obviously.
War because she gets like a paralyzed that makes it even stronger and gets more crit rate, etc. Like she gets a huge boost. But yeah, I don't know. Like her SSS for you guys. I'm gonna have all this stuff on the screen, but her poison state, like when they enter the poison, she will they receive 250% damage. So that's like stupid good. But the fact that like that's like really the only kind of like passive she has, in my opinion, that makes her like really stand out.
Well, she makes like her S tier or her S rank gives damage or attack reduction.
Attack
so, like,
reduction,
enemies do less damage. She increases their damage off of her base trait, which is great.
Like Arena for
And
me,
then-
she's beer because it's so hard to get that poison off mid combo because like it takes some time and they will literally slap you out of it before you even finish it, or they know to avoid it, so they just don't even bother going. You could use the tongue and try to zoom them in, like bring them in, but a lot of times if people know how to play against Froppy, they just run away from that, and you got to kind of chase them down, you know.
If you can get up to them, and you hit your E, and then the stun that they have from the E, you can actually drop the poison and then go straight to auto attack.
Yeah,
so
like
that'd be that's the way to do it.
yeah, I probably would rate her higher if I like had better ping and was able to use. I'm just going off of my experience when I used her on Taiwanese, just because like I couldn't get her combos to really work. Probably because my ping was so bad. Like my input delay was so bad that I would be hitting a move and she would be doing it like 2 seconds later. So it was like really bad for me. Well, yeah, maybe when Global comes out, I have a different opinion on her.
Even like on the Taiwanese server, the people with like 30 ping, 20 ping, she's still like A overall. Because like yeah, she does like a ton of damage and she just inherently does a lot of damage, especially because of that combo. But like in PvP, she's like the budget Aizawa, so she's good for those who don't have him, because when she goes invisible, she becomes invulnerable for a small time as well. Something like that. It's like a small time of vulnerability, and then she's invisible, so you can't really find her, and then she could just smack you like right into a combo. I mean, so if you don't have Aizawa, which everyone's gonna get him, I hope.
Yeah, that never goes away. I believe the Aizawa thing that stays until you finish it.
At least a month.
Yeah,
at least a month.
I think people from the beta. I think Clayek was telling me that it from what he saw from the beta, it looked like it was like a permanent thing.
Okay.
Okay. And then one more thing to note. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but again, like and for me, like I still have Froppy as A, but the thing with Froppy is on the PvP side of things, I don't consider her ever a main fighter. Like she's a switch always. So you have to pair up with some other closer that can get you in there, and then when you need like a fill, or if you're just trying to do that combo, pull her out, do the tongue combos, and then immediately switch her out. But I do not like use her as a main fighter.
Yeah, I don't even think she's that good in I forgot to talk about PvE. And PvE, like she's another thing like with Deku. Like she has to be right in their face. And you could put the poison down, sure, but like bosses in PvE jump around the map and move around so much, you're literally they're never going to be in that poison for more than a second or two. So it's not. Yeah, I think even in the only thing I rate her really good in is collab. If she has like dupes in her, like SS, and SSS plus. But yeah, I don't know. I think she's like B tier for me.
Oh, actually, no. I would move her down to B tier for PvE. Like based on, again, with the auto premise in mind. She only spams, like, I'm not even joking. She spams that one move.
Yeah, that's it. She does that one combo and just spams it on auto.
Yeah, and it takes a while to kill, and this is on one enemy.
And on co-op, she doesn't actually ever do that.
That's true. Then there's that. Yeah,
it's weird. The auto in co-op is a little different than single player. They don't do as many combos. It's kind of weird.
I think they want you to play.
Yeah, probably. It's probably a like, hey, play or you're not going to get good rewards.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she's for me, like for PvE, she's like a B, because of like time to kill is like super long. But there's like good potential stuff for her, so it's just like it's kind of weird. She's like not the worst, but she's definitely not the best. She's not Deku, at least. Well, which she's not the best either. But like she's like in between him and Kirishima in my opinion for PvE. So I put her at B. I put her at A for collab war because her poison stuns. Or it hit stuns at least. So Edis get hit stun, Mineta get hit stun, All Might gets hits. One of the few things to hit stun this guy with is her poison.
If she can get it off before he does this tornado.
Well, he comes for her though. That's the thing. He targets her, so you immediately put the thing down. They're coming. It's like I don't even have that tongue them. It's just like all right.
Someone's still got to block it though, because if he hits her, then no. But if someone gets in the way and then she has a chance to drop her poison, then
Mm.
because otherwise he will kind of like knock you a bit.
Yeah, that's true. And then I put her at B for manual PvP. I think like she's definitely like you need to have a good ping, and then also it's like she's a high skill kind of character. I switch her out with Denki. If I have to do my weekly where I have to use like a female character, I just switch her out and I can still win. Not as much as if I use Denki, but it's pretty good. Like because you can kind of like mess around and kind of like, you know, get places. She's pretty much like non-teleport Midoriya. That's the best way to put her. So that's why I have her at B. So she's like pretty much like for me like a mostly B, A, and like Collab, and that's pretty much it.
Are we gonna talk about Ojiro, or is he gonna come out on Global? I don't think so, right?
Oh yeah. He should be launched. Yeah,
It's not gonna be a battle pass thing like it was Taiwan.
No, he's on the basic banner.
Oh, okay, okay.
Banner.
Yeah. It's just I mean,
I'm just gonna have to base this off of what I'm reading on the wiki because
we can go over his passives and stuff a little bit. Maybe just give a
like his passives look stupid strong.
From what I've seen from like other like people who played for a very long time, he's pretty much like a budget All Might. He does like a stupid amount of damage, but he's like Deku without a gap closer. So you have to run up to people to get to him. So it's like worse than Deku because Deku at least like you could turn around and then one away from the boss or a Q away from the boss and then then come back just in case. Yeah, Ojiro's kind of just stuck there. You have to know and dash and use your dashes to get out. That's it.
Like the only thing that makes me think like him for a PvP, like if there's a Red Riot on the other team and they know what they're doing, this character is useless.
Yeah, he's gonna get smashed.
He's gonna get smashed. Like all Red Riot is gonna do, if he's a smart Red Riot, is gonna counter bait you into attacking him, and then counter every single thing that you do.
So the other part I don't like about him is the fact that his W is a knockdown, and as soon as if the person getting knocked down doesn't push a button, you get iframes.
Yeah, so you get invulnerability for like a couple seconds, even when you get up. So like,
but he doesn't. His like multipliers are insane. They're like every single thing that he does is like 200%. Like so, he's gonna like chunk you like super hard.
Oh yeah, I feel like he's like another one of those sub-in units. Like get a combo off with someone and then sub into him and to just smash the crap out of them. Because dude, I'm looking at his passes for like SS, SSS, and Triple S plus. Like, dude, it's like a lot of buffs here for his attacks.
Yeah, it's like he just has nothing but like attack, high up, crit rate high up. Like
he might be good for PvE, but because there's a battle pass unit, no one really used him. Because I don't know another way to get him. They never brought it back, and I guess because they slowed down on content for global, they didn't really bring an option for him back because he came out like 2-3 months ago or something like that.
But yeah, just a disclaimer. So like on Taiwan server, as soon as I guess they were like planning to drop global, they like slowed all of the Taiwan like content releases so they can catch up. And then like pretty much what's gonna happen is global's gonna come out. We're gonna be missing 3 characters between Taiwan and global, and it'll be able to like just have relatively the same content, which is great.
They learned from 7 Deadly Sins. Holy crap!
If you're, I mean, hey, if you're gonna do the catch, you might as well start early, right?
That's right. I said it. Net marble. That's how you do it.
And they did actually like if we're talking about real quick with the global release, they're adding like almost every freaking like quality of life thing off the bat. I was like, what?
And they're adding new ones that aren't even in the Taiwan version that they're going to add into the Taiwan version later. So, you know, games like this Gaia, would you say you can't change the Japanese version?
Oh, man.
I know what you're talking about because plenty of games
are piling up right now. It's,
like
to see a list growing.
This is impressive. Like they're coming out with a game that's going to be quality of life, and then they're going to go back and retroactively quality of life the currently running.
Also, we should have said this in the beginning. Don't waste any of your hero coins on the regular banner. Because they increased the pity from 60 to 100. So on that banner, the other banner it went from 60 to 70 for the like featured S rank unit, which is what you should be wasting all your hero coins on. Do not. You get so many tickets for free.
They made the pity 10 more, but doubled the drop rate of the featured unit.
Keep in mind that was 0.6% on Taiwanese server. That's really low. And now we got 1.2, which is way better.
I've been playing WoD for 6 months, and I've only gone non-pity 2 times.
Yeah, so that's for you to see. Like on Taiwanese version, we've all almost had to go to pity for every single S character that we have.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm only missing 2 non-limited characters.
Yep, same.
And
Like,
you
I
guys
have
have no
everybody.
money.
Yeah, 0 money. I'm only missing 2 characters that
I mean, our accounts are
because
so
the
stacked
game
either way,
game
so-
gives you so many free tickets. So it's insane how many the events, coins. You got weekly stuff you get from leaderboards, from PvP, arena, collab war, raids. Like this game gives you so many gems for free. It's insane. Even like dormitory stuff can give you gems for like achievements. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out one more thing too, is the one big thing that people like. I think they didn't realize. They're like, I want to pull characters, right? And while pulling characters is great, one thing you really need is secondary cards. And I'm so glad, like in the global version, they're changing it where like every time you finish a chapter, you get 5 secondary card like pulls and then 5 character pulls versus the 10 character pulls.
Because
like characters
in the Taiwanese version, it was kind of difficult to get item cards because we were just constantly getting tickets for heroes and no tickets for item cards. We were barely getting them, so that's a lot better. Because while getting the characters like amazing, the items is what really makes them like stupid OP in Collab War and PvE.
Yeah.
Which one are we doing for S rank? Who's first? Bakugo? Should we do Bakugo since he's the first featured one?
Yo, actually, let's
before this. Before we get to the Bakugo, because I know that's the hot topic of the hour for everybody in this universe right now. We should definitely talk about why this should be like just boarded up somewhere. Why you should not reroll on global, and why it is a waste of time.
I see some people saying reroll, and I get it because, like, I watched Clake's video this morning too, and he talked about you know, hitting that 1 mil pre-reg so you could reroll. With that 1 mil pre-reg, we're getting a 10 free summon. So if you want to reroll, you could. If we get that, if we get the 1 mil and we get the, which like it's my hero. It's
you could summon
yeah.
Time, something like that.
But I will tell you right now, you will probably be rerolling for a long time. And the amount of time you're going to take, if you take 6 hours to reroll, I will 100% guarantee you we will already be ranked level 20 something account. And we will be really high up there in Collab War and everything. And you're going to be behind.
Because of the events, people who have like Deku, like you get reroll for that Tokoyami, but a dude with like an S Deku is going to be just as powerful as your Tokoyami.
Yep.
So it doesn't really matter. It's just, I guess, for looks at that point because you want a Tokoyami. But like, or like the Bakugo banner, it's gonna have the event pass thing. So the more you roll on it, it's a top up for rolling, kind of like 7 Billy Sins Grand Cross or anything like that. It's giving you benefits for using that banner. So you're kind of like wasting your time.
If you don't care about PvP and climbing Collab War and trying to get the best, you know, start you can get and try to climb really high, and you just want Bakugo because he's your favorite, then by all means reroll and try to get Bakugo. But yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
I also want to point out, like, there's going to be the Endeavor race if it's going to be like the beta, there's going to be an Endeavor race. So you want to get as far as you possibly can. So if you're going to spend like 3 days freaking re-rolling, I'm going to be 2-3 days ahead of you. Plus, I played already on Taiwan. I know what I'm doing.
Yes, exactly. So, and
I'm going to do it.
I don't need to see that anymore.
To add on what he's saying, it's that goes by your combat power. So, like, if I've done all the events, and they're going to have that cardboard box event they had in the Taiwanese version, which gives you, like, I think 250 or 230 dupes, right? 230 puzzle pieces, something like that. And just from those, you can SS a unit and probably get another unit to S, just from those. So, like, just that stat boost right there that I'm going to have from being 2 days ahead of you is, like, or 2 or 3 days ahead of you is way higher. So, I hope they raise it from 10 because 10 is kind of like a little ridiculous. And that was a beta. So there's going to be a lot more people playing the global version. But on the beta, they did top 10 people with the highest combat power on the server that you chose are going to get Endeavor for free. So
I think if you got like top 20 is like healthy because like if it was like top 50 got Endeavor, it would be kind of nuts.
Yeah, top 20, 25 is better. Yeah. But top 10, I mean, you can have 10 mega shields on that server, and you're good. GG. You're not beating that. Like,
plus number 1 gets an actual full dupe, so it means that whoever's number 1 literally gets an SS Endeavor off the bat.
Yeah,
right off the bat. Everyone else gets 90.
Crazy.
Insane.
The top second and third get 90. Everyone else just gets 1 Endeavor. That's it.
Yeah. So that's that. There you go. That's the reroll thing.
Like at the end of the day, it's like it's your choice. We're not going to tell you like don't. But there is that's just like from our opinion of why you don't need a reroll. Like out of all the gotchas we've ever played, this is like
we
probably one of the first.
Like dude, we all reroll on every game. Okay, and this is the one time we were like, wow, I'm not
Why?
rerolling. Why? Like
I
gotta
barely explained it
stack
to
the
my
count.
friend that would sit there for like 8-10 hours rerolling, and I instantly told him how it works, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not rerolling. Never mind."
Another reason, like you remember Epic 7 rerolls? Like a majority of people in here probably rerolled for Says like hardcore.
I
And
never
guess
even
what?
played Epic 7, and I
Says is dog shit now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I have them for collection. Okay.
Let me
Husbando.
remind you that the best characters in the game on the same team with just starting characters.
Yep.
I can do all the content in the game with just starting characters.
Yep.
Right now. So it's just like that. But let's hit up that first S rank, and we brought up Bakugo. So what are you guys' thoughts? I know there's like originally when Bakugo came out. Here's a preface.
S tier, S tier,
So,
S tier.
He's OP, man.
When he first came out, he was really bad, and then they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
our bad. Let's go buff him." And a lot of people just never went back to him. We have, so there you go. Start it up.
I'm pretty sure we're getting that buff on release. Even if we don't, I think it was like just a damage thing. Like I think all they changed was like his damage number slightly, and he like even without it, he was still like an A tier character. And then with it, he's like S tier to me. He's S tier in Collab War. He's the most used, most broken Collab War. And everybody in the top 10, 20, 30, 50, 60, whatever, have him. And then PVE, he does tons of damage. Especially the more you don't mean just base Bakugo does like some of the most damage in the game, and then in PvP he's like A because if you're bad you could be decent with him, but if you're like insane at the game, like I do full basic attack combo 1-1, then I do 2-1-1, 3-1-1 ult.
Just so you guys know what 1-1 is, it's his laser ability, like shoots fire laser.
It's his
and
Q on the game.
at SS, if you get him SS, that it increases that to like 40% more damage. So it does 40% more, dude. And then he has other things that stack with his kit, like explosive sweat. And the more explosive sweat you have, the more damage you do. His like passives you get from dupes are absolutely insane. And his item card is disgusting.
Yeah.
And you get that with the banner.
Yeah, with the banner, with the radar banner. Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
That's it. And no, he has. I'm looking at his like stuff. Everything is large. If you happen to give him triple S, man, delete everything.
Oh yeah.
S passive, do you see that? It just increases damage by 130%.
Oh, you have a good day if you get him triple S. I mean,
his triple S increases crit chance by 5% and damage by 130%.
No way.
It's probably even after the 80%.
That's even more. That's still insane though if it's crit
damage.
That's
That's probably crit damage, but dude, 130% crit damage on you probably have a basic, crit damage of 150. So that's already 280. Combined with all he gets more crit damage on the next one, which is triple S plus another 25%. Like he's he's disgusting, dude.
Damn, I might wail on his banner more.
So
I'm
like you remember
so much right now.
His Q when you hit the last one is 200% damage buff anyway.
Yes.
So like you're hitting. Yeah, that's why he deletes. Like he just.
So for arena,
the Q right there, 40% too. Like,
the Q is the one ability X-Ray was talking about. So like for arena, I faced a lot of them, and so I'm probably gonna rank him A in arena because he's a very high skill character. Like, you have to really know how to use him and time his abilities perfectly when the enemy's in the air, because if you don't time it perfectly, they're going to fall down or they're going to be too high and you're going to miss and you're not going to be able to keep spamming your one. So I literally fought one person that was so good at using him that he kept me in the air the whole time. And every time he did his one, which is like a Kamehameha blast of an explosion, it took out like almost half my health bar every time he did it. I was like, this guy is destroying me, and I could not do nothing. But you really have to know how to use him, because there's a lot of people I play against and they just don't know how to do his combos and just spam abilities and run around, and they don't know how to play him.
You also don't know his quirk is a dash ability. Your quirk activates your sprint automatic, your max sprint, and when you attack, it's a dash forward. Your 2 is also a dash forward, and your 3
which is almost like a teleport the way that he dashes, because he does the explosions to dash and goes boom, boom, boom. Like he teleports so fast. He explodes himself really far up really fast. Collab War, If there was a triple S tier, I'd put him triple S tier. He's
Bro,
disgusting.
so
He's so broken, and
I can never beat his pet damage except for All Might, and I have him SS now.
that's
all
he's the reason why I'm wailing day one, because I'm gonna try to triple S him day one. I swear to God.
Wait,
I'm gonna
wait,
try
wait,
to
did
triple
Do
S
you see
him
his
day one.
ult? Do you see his ult?
Yes, his ult
Wait,
is
I just
disgusting.
I just now saw the values on it. I just now noticed.
That's the biggest ult in the game.
470% damage.
No. The next one. That's not his
Wait.
ult.
Oh wait.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's fine.
1700%.
1710%. Oh my God.
On top of that, the initial points as well is 16,000 base.
16,000 points. Damage.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
I mean, if you get this
That's
character
insane.
and you're putting him low on a tier list, I'm about to start to question. if you
Yeah, that's the
actually
thing.
like
We've
your
seen a
Red
lot of
Kit.
tier lists from people, and we're
Um,
like, how the are people rating this dude
Mhm.
B
Maybe
tier?
the math was off.
Like
Tokoyami, the
what?
only other dude with
How?
an ult that strong.
It's just
He's-
it's probably people that don't know how to play the game and aren't good at fighting games and don't realize like there's
there are a lot of people in gachas that aren't good.
Oh,
at
yeah.
fighting games.
and like if you've played any kind of fighting game, Guilty Gear, Mortal Kombat, Fighter Z, there's a lot of characters in those lists that are really hard to play, but when you learn how to play them, they are the most broken characters in that game. They get a combo string on you, you're done. If you've played Fighter Z and you've played against Ultra Instinct Goku and Broly, you know exactly what the heck I'm talking about if you played against a good one. Because they can literally float you through a full health bar and there's nothing you can do. Bakugo, in my opinion, is one of those characters.
Dude, it does more damage than All Might's, and his is United States of Smash.
Yeah.
The strongest move in all of like the anime.
Yeah, for me, across the board, S tier on everything. Besides Arena, only because you gotta know how to play him on 1v1. But auto PvP on the collab war, disgustingly broken. His explosion hits literally everybody in that radius and does so much damage. And PvE, stupid good because he can hit from range, he can hit up close. His ult does a lot of damage, and it's only 16-second cooldown. Is it? Oh no, that's the E. But you can get his ult pretty fast because I got him now. You can get his ult pretty fast, and he can dodge shit really easily. His dodge is really easy to dodge out of those huge AoEs from bosses.
Yeah, for me, it's same. Like it's just straight up. If we had like a higher than S tier, collab war, that's where he goes.
Yeah,
That's
SS plus triple S.
Hello, King.
You
know what
are
I'm saying?
tier.
Like,
Hello,
he's,
Kim.
he's so good.
Let's just say he's God tier. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
We started the tier list now. It's God tier. And
Yeah.
there's
You don't even have
Bakugo
it
there.
tier here. Just know it in your heart. That's where
They're
he's
making me
going.
disappointed because I don't have him on my account yet.
Yeah, I
I've
got
seen
him.
it. But,
I
yeah,
have
no,
I listen to everybody say bad man, and I'm so mad I listened to those people.
Yo, I was sad. Actually, when I pulled him originally, I was like, oh no, it's the low tier rank.
Yeah.
And then I tried him. I was like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I was in Junior's stream and I was like, because X-Ray is the one that told us because he went. I don't think X-Ray had him at the time
everybody said he
either.
was bad, yeah.
And I was like, bro, why X-Ray tell us this man's trash? He's freaking broken. Then X-Ray's like, wait, huh? And then he tried him and he's like, wait, what is these people talking about?
Because I was like, hey guys, who has Bakugo? He's like, yeah, I got him. I was like, yo, go into the lab real quick. Go test out the thing. He's like, oh shit, what the? Yo,
Yeah.
why could we could just juggle like that? Like, yeah, you hit the one attack and then boom. Hi, you're in the air now for next year. It's like 6 years. Tagging, the person's dead. Like, he's so crazy strong. So that's where he's at. JBeeZee's just like, I wish I had him.
I do. I mean, just listening to this, I'm like, look, even if I don't get like Tokoyami or something on global, if I get Bakugo this time around on global, I will cherish that moment. And
Also,
like,
if you whale too, though, and you don't get Endeavor, you get S tier dupes, and you could use the dupes towards Bakugo.
Another
and
thing
that too.
too,
Yeah.
Yeah. So then
on
you could get
banners,
left.
pity. It's not like multiple games. Like if you played Genshin, it's like a 50 chance it's him, and it's a 50 chance it's any other S. It is only him on that banner. So if you get pity, you get to 70 pulls, 7 multis, you're 100% getting Bakugo. So if you want to try and pull 2 of them and use literally everything from the story to try and get 2 of them to try to get up there really quick, you can do that. I'm probably going to do that.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out the item banner, right? The secondary card banner. You can lock like the base banner, right? So he has a special banner that's event up, so you have like less to pity, whatever. But if you don't have enough to do that right now, you can literally put it on the overtime banner, and you can set it to be Bakugo cards.
Yep.
And it will be guaranteed. If you get 6-star, it's guaranteed one of his 2
For
cards.
reference, there's like every character in the game has their own cards. So you can literally, like Junior said, just pick Bakugos, and that is the one you get. Does not matter how many different S rank item cards are on there. That's 100% what you're getting. That's crazy. I've never seen a game do that before. Imagine if Epic 7 did that with artifacts. Oh my god.
I don't think we'd be disappointed in Epic 7.
Oh man, that'd be so like I feel like this game's doing everything right where a lot of companies did shit wrong.
Yeah, just don't throw artifacts and heroes in the same pool and we'll be okay. You know, just keep them 2 separate entities, make some nice change
I mean,
raids.
look how many cards. Have you seen how many cards there are? Like, just looking at the entire list.
That's a lot.
There's like 30 S tier cards, and then also the assists. There's like 5 of the assists, 6-star. There's like 2 5-star assists, and there's like 20 or those orange like 5-star cards, and there's like 34 or something like that. There's just a lot of cards.
Not to mention,
the hero one. Jeez.
They give you so many item ticket draws from events and story, and like Junior said, in the Taiwanese version, we were getting 10 tickets for heroes, but on the global version, we're gonna get 5 tickets for completing 1 chapter. You get 5 hero tickets and 5 item tickets, so it's gonna be way better for your account. Thank God. Because bro, those item cards, like, they boost your CP stupid high.
Before you had to grind for them too. You had to grind and put the dupes in to make a new one, and now you can just get them by just playing story. So,
also, here's the thing. Well, of course, we're probably going to cover like cards at some point later, things like that. But just like on a general premise, if you were ever mysteriously having trouble trying to figure out what cards go on a certain character, you don't have to worry. There's actually a tab that tells you recommended cards to go with that said unit.
On each character, yeah.
Good.
So
and
there's not that many for those. There's at least on the Taiwanese server that we have, there's not that too many. So if you look at the combos, most of them are pretty common. But like it will tell you straight up, like, hey, put this card on this character, you get the most out of them. So and there's I think it was, I don't know if it was Xray about it or a video that I saw, but they actually show one that would be for free to play players and one that would be kind of catered towards whales. So they have like 2 different builds that you can look at.
For those of you watching that are still here, because this is a pretty long video, we will be doing this probably monthly as well, and maybe we will do some live stream ones too where we can answer questions when the game actually comes out, because I think what we'll do is like a monthly state of the game kind of thing, and every time there's like, because they do buffs and nerfs and new characters come out and new raids, PvP stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff we can talk about. Okay.
So
I will still play him.
To go forward, let's go see. We've been talking about Birdman over here, Tokoyami.
Well, one sec. Who is not going to be at launch? So Shoto is not going to be at launch, right? Totoroki?
Totoroki? No, I think everybody.
At launch.
Stain's not, right? Stain and Endeavor, no.
Stain and All Might, that's it.
Okay, so we probably shouldn't talk about those, right?
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah. Even Endeavor, you have to be top 10 to get him. Like, no, we'll just talk about him when he actually gets a banner.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
Just put him in the highest tier, because that's how broken he is.
Tokoyami.
Just know if you go against him in Collab War, bro, you ain't killing him.
You hear the name? There you go. Just pop the highest.
He's number 1 hero now. You know what I'm saying?
Boku no Hero.
Straight up.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Tokoyami. There you go. What you guys' thoughts?
I'm so glad I pulled him. Holy crap!
I love him.
Oh my God.
I think he's definitely really strong. I always put him in S tier. I use like Ida over him now because they're like the same color. But like I loved my time playing with him. He has pulls. You see for PvP wise arena. He has, or even a collab war. He has like the pull. He has the thing that for his one where he goes into a ball form, and once he's in the ball, he's kind of immune to damage, and he just does AOE damage around him. So AOE in collab war, good. AOE in arenas, good. He can set up all his combos so easy. He's so easy to use. He has range, so he's like the good range unit instead of like Kaminari. So he just replaces Kaminari for you.
For me, he's like he's pretty similar to Bakugo the way I rated him. I'm still gonna rate him an A in arena just because some of his moves take, a while to set up. Like, he's kind of slow at start, like, to try to set up his moves. You really got to, like, time the moves perfectly, just like Bakugo, to be able to, like, suck them in. And you got to know his combos, because if you're doing one first, that's wrong, because you're literally going to be spinning by yourself, and then they're going to be running away from you. You got to use his 2, which, like, grapples onto them, and then he pulls himself forward onto them. Then, use your basic attack, hit that 1. Then, if it launches them just a little bit from doing the basic attack, you use that 3, which then, like, sucks them in and does that gravity ball and does AoE damage. He's super. Imagine if he could do his like flying thing, X-ray, where you use his Q and then you use this too, and he gets his wings and can just spam up and down in PvP, in arena.
You do that in PvP.
If you could do that in
takes-
PvP,
it-
that
it-
would. Oh my god.
So yeah, his passive state is for PvP they scaled it, so it takes a longer to get
Hmm.
because it's so broken.
Yeah.
So like when you use it, it automatically refreshes your 2 or your W. So like your W, you could use it to pull yourself in, then hit your 1, then it lashes out at them, and then you it launches you up in the air. Then you just fly up in the air, boom,
Boom,
hit
yep,
2
and
again,
slam
launch you up
down.
in the air, boom,
Yep.
boom, and then 3 again, and it's boom. Like,
And if you're looking at his like double, his triple S and his double S passives, they're like increased movement speed, which makes what I was saying a lot better. Like he takes, his moves are a little bit slow.
And this works with Collab War. You get it faster in Collab War and PvE.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he
So,
gets
like,
big Dark
for
Shadow
me,
mode, man.
Same thing as Bakugo Arena. I'm gonna say A just because he's one of those high skill cap characters they got to really learn how to play and know his combos and his rotation. And Collab War and PvE 100% S tier because, like we were just talking about, he sucks. Like I have the setup right now where Tokoyami just brings everyone in with the gravity ball. And then Momo just mows them down with like the lasers and turrets and shit, and they're all grouped together. If you have All Might and Endeavor, even better, because he just groups them all up, and they just literally just use the tornado or the smash on them, and they're all dead. It's kind of broken. And PvE, he's better than Deku because Deku, like we talked about, has to be really close. I mean, Tokoyami can hit from range. He can suck enemies in and group them together for everybody. He's all around really good. I would say A tier on PvP arena, and then S tier everything else.
Yeah, I don't even have them. This is the one I don't have. There you go. It's the one I got away. So like for me, just when I play against PvP, like my issue of fighting against him, I put him in an S rank because he's hard to play against.
Yes, he is.
So that's why I kind of put him up there. So that means like I imagine if I had him and I was good with him.
I'd also forgot. Look at his ult. You thought Bakugo's was good?
Yeah, no, it's
It's even stronger than Bakugo's.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that one hits harder. So I think
Yeah.
Bakugo's the second hardest.
1,840% damage to enemies within range
17,000.
with already
Yeah,
the
with
17,200 points.
Oh, and his
Holy
AoE
crap.
too, yeah.
But it does have like a condition. You can't be in liberation mode.
Yeah.
That's like the trade-off. I
The,
guess,
the
right?
liberation mode for those of you is it's the wings we were talking about. So he Dark Shadow gives wings to himself where he can just keep floating up and down and spamming attacks.
Yeah, and then every time I see him in PvE, like he just mows everything down. So I'm pretty up there with the S ranks. So for me, it's like S across the board for just observing because, like I said, like this is you notice it's a difference. Like you could tell he's there. Like oh, he's definitely here.
Yeah, not to mention even bad players can be good in arena with him because his moves hit so hard. Like his E hits for 200% damage at like 1900 points. Like that's stupid good. His W does 400 what is it, like over 4,000 points of damage too? Like stupid strong. Like he oh man, his skills do so much damage.
JBeeZee?
Yeah, it's I have him on the second account that we did to showcase the beginning of the game. That's where I pulled him, so I don't have him on my main account. But from my time using him, I personally think he's S across the board. He's especially auto or manual on PvE is outstanding, easy to use. He has that really good kit again, the AoE suck and all that stuff. Just kind of applies really well there. Collab War, every time I used him there. Honestly, like it's kind of funny because Tokoyami, in my opinion, for if you're looking for team comps, he becomes the catalyst for a main team that you build around him, and you can actually have stuff work there. It's almost like the All Might Tornado, except Tokoyami fills in there and kind of does the job in like a weird budget way. But just topping it off with All Might or Endeavor, yeah, you're gonna have a fun time. Just like if you ever pull those 3 characters, you're set. But in PvP, from me playing him, actually, I was able to get his kit. I found his kit more comfortable. At least to me, that I could use him, and I was able to do juggles and stuff easier. I actually was not struggling with him, so that's why I consider him an S. Because every opponent that I happened to verse, even Aiz was actually, and I'm pretty sure there might have not been good Aiz was, but I was able to give him kind of a run for his money as well. So I think his potential to stay at S for all tiers. So.
Yeah, and also I believe he's still a top-up character. At least on Taiwan server, it's $65 if you are gonna send money. $65 gets you him guaranteed, plus his chips that you can use for him. So if it's also like that on global, that if you're like, hey, I'm gonna drop like $100 total on the game, like that right there, boom, you're good. So good investment right there.
Mm-hmm.
We still have Momo. What you guys' thoughts on Momo?
Oh man, honestly, I have her now, and I thought she was kind of overhyped.
Yeah.
She's good for collab war. Arena, I feel like she's countered so easy. Like I never have an issue going against Momo, even with the basic 3 characters. Like all of you, like have you guys ever lost against a Momo? Like yeah, me, same. Like Red Riot.
I think
GG.
she's a high risk, high reward character, but like I used her a ton for a while. Probably like, I think it was like 70 matches or something like that. I saw, and it's like certain characters like she actually helps beat Aizawa. Like it's like some weird thing. I guess it's because of the turrets. And
Oh yeah, the turrets do help because they have a chance to stun.
Every time you do the full auto attack combo, you get the 3, first spear into you, and then you hit 3 E, I guess. It would take a shield out when you charge the enemy. That altogether is like almost half their health, and then the turrets shoot them the whole time, and then you can actually trap them in between the turrets. So if you kind of weave them into the turrets and kind of like walk around them while hitting them, you can put another turret down, and I trap people in the turrets all the time. Sometimes because of the double turret proc, and then it'll just literally they'll be stuck there, and the turrets are shooting them. I go to gun mode, and I just start shooting them the whole time while they're stuck.
The only reason I rank her so low in Arena, like the 1v1, is just because there's so many different characters I can counter her if you know how to play her. Even like
yeah, that's why she's high risk, high reward.
Yeah, I faced so many Momos where they put the turrets down. I've literally never been stunned, even through the combos. So, like, I think I'm gonna rate her like B tier on Arena because there's just so many ways to counter her. But collab, when she gets passives, like she can put I think like 8 turrets down in collab war, and they all have a chance to stun. Let me see. I'm looking at her passive. I think it's 8. Let me see. Or 6. Is it 6?
Oh, I mean, she has a chance to reload extra turrets too,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I think you can get up to like 6 or 8, or is it? I think it's 6.
It's 6, and then it's 4 in Arena.
4 in Arena, that's what it is. Yeah, so she can put down like 6 turrets in collab war, which if you put her in the front line, you just put those turrets down. Like they're gonna constantly be doing damage, especially if you paired her up with people like Mineta that lock people in, or Tokoyami that group everybody together. Yeah, Froppy too. Yep. Even All Might does this tornado and sends them all into one corner, and the turrets can just keep attacking. So like for collab war, I'll definitely rate her S tier because I just recently put her on my team, and I'm doing so much better in collab war now.
She has a 30% defense break, dude.
Her defense break is gross. The one thing I don't like about her is the laser. Like I don't really like the laser. I like never use it in maybe PVE. It's
and
good.
she also triple S plus as well. Oh no, the PVE it stacks your passive. That's what it is for. It's not meant for damage. Each shot increases your passive's like little bar by like 10
times. Yeah, 30%.
Yeah.
So
you shoot it, and then swap, and then you put turrets down, or shoot it. Use the guns. Like that's what you're supposed to use it for.
That explains why the AI uses it 3 times and then switches off of it. But I just always thought it's weird. You'd be using the laser, and I'm just watching the AI like, why?
Yeah, I'm probably.
It does no damage, but yeah.
All around, I'm gonna put her probably A tier because I think she's S tier.
I think that's what it is
in collab war, and A tier, and I'd say S tier in like PVE too. Because I think that's where she shines is PVE, especially in co-op. In co-op, oh man, it's gonna be so good, like such a good support.
So like her triple S plus passive is, and then her on top of that, because that increases your whole party's attack power or crit, and then I think something about her skill tree also does that, maybe, from what I remember. So
yeah, she does buff the team like quite a bit. Like she has,
and then lowers their defenses as well for the enemy. So. Like having a Momo in raids would help a lot.
Oh yeah,
at least one of them.
Yeah. So overall, probably like A tier overall.
Yeah, I have her at S for PVE collab war. Like if you use her together with Mineta, that is dumb strong. And then like anybody else, just
slow character, so good.
And then I have her at A for PvP because I've seen like a glimpse of like how good she can be, but I have never felt like she's a threat.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I've ever lost to a Momo once.
No, I never lost to people when I was using Momo either. Just because like when I learned her combos, when you learn her combos, is really good, but it's that high risk, high reward, super high skill cap character, and her skill floor is like super high compared to most other people because she has like 3 different weapons. You have a shield that's really slow. You have the scythe that's really short range, but it like pulls people in, and then your spear is like a lunge, which is like her best weapon. And then like your 1 can switch your weapons, your 3 can switch your weapons at the end of combos. Your guns have to be used at like medium to long range because at like close range it just shoots through people. It's like there's so many weird little things that like if somebody's just like, oh, I love her, you know, that's my waifu, and then they use her, they're just gonna get slapped because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what she's. I think she's like an A. It's just kind of like an arena. I still put Bakugo A. He's super OP, but man, like, dude, if they're bad, or Ida, like, if they're bad, dude, you're just like, what are you doing? Like, you know,
You're
they
wasting
get
time.
100-0 you.
Yeah, I mean, like pretty much. I only have her S for Collab War and then A for everything else. Because like I enjoy her, and I don't think I ever built up like fully. I might be missing a couple cards here like that, but I am noticing like even just doing daily missions as I'm going around, like while she is like super good for PVE, and we're just talking general PVE, not like raids or anything. Like she's super good there. But for me, the clear time is like not as slow as like Froppy. It's a little faster than that, but it's not as fast like if I used Totoroki or any of the other guys. So it's like slightly in between there. Well, no, because I use her as the main character, like to that's out and about
For
that you can set.
progression.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like when I was noticing just doing those daily missions, like she's slightly slow on, not like too slow, but the uptake on clearing stuff is a little there. But she's like definitely still solid of a unit. That doesn't stop her from anything. It's just something I noticed. But yeah, like if you're just trying to clear dailies and stuff quickly, probably use someone like All Might or something to clear that out faster. Because she takes a little bit of time to clear stuff out.
3 seconds to clear anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know. But she's still a great unit. I like her. So.
And then we have Totoroki.
I'm not gonna be able to talk about him much because I don't have him.
I got it. I got it.
It's Junior's too.
Yeah. I was like, here you go. I was like, wait, are you saying that you're warming up to Totoroki? Yeah. Some hot cold right there. All right, yo, Icy Hot Kid, man, he is disgusting. Like I got him and immediately he's been on my team. He does you can freeze people. You can do some crazy charge explosive damages, like with his fist. You can actually charge it. I found it out like later. You can charge his fist to give yourself a 50% attack buff, so you can do your big like plume damage and then freeze people. His counter is probably his weakest part, like when he actually like dodges and you have like that like super small AoE that has to be like right on you and you're always trying to be further away. But like everything else he has, like he has like crazy like variation of ranges. You have to mess around with his bar. If you use his quirk at the right time, you'll just do like a crazy high damage. And his AoE, like his ulti is such like huge ass range. Like it's crazy. So for me, like for PvE, S rank. Like he is Bakugo good in PvE, like 100%. I have had it so many times in collab wars where homie, like he can turn something, but if somebody gets in on him, he's kind of dead in collab war. So I put him like an A rank for that one. And then like for PvP, I don't like him. Like for arena, I don't like him. Like it's too much to think about. It's easier in PvE to like manage it. But like when you're doing a PvP match and somebody uses anybody that's quick, like if you have Aizawa, you're instantly dead. Like for me, there's nothing you can do about it. He's just you immediately tag him out or he dies. That guy's.
He feels like a swap-in character. Like you do your stuff, you swap in, you freeze, then you do your whole fire combo, and then you swap out immediately.
Yeah. So for me, he's like I put him at B rank for arena. I don't like it. But everything else.
Yeah, honestly, amazing. Same. From what I've never had trouble facing him at all in arena. For just going on like fighting him in arena, I've seen some people that have like tried to do combos on me. It's so easy to like counter it. I would say B tier for arena for me too. Looking at his passes, I'm just gonna say PvE. He looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's the other good collab war unit.
And collab war too. Like if he gets that freeze off and they're grouped together, like GG. Doesn't he do more damage to people when they're frozen too?
Yeah, he does.
With his fire.
He's in fire form. He does 100% extra damage.
That's my god.
Yeah. So your critical when you enter fire form, crit damage increased by 100% for 5 seconds. increases the explosion ice wall damage by 25% SS. His SSS, activating your ult gives you a 40% attack buff. Like, jeez, increases 30% when frozen form. Holy.
Yep. And then like his skill trees, like if you build them, you'll be able to be in those forms for 50% longer. When you're in those forms, you do 20% more damage, including crit damages. And like if you do the fist first, like if you do fire fist and then you go into your you swap like your forms, whatever, and then do an ult, you're immediately that person. You're gonna do like, I don't know, somewhere between like 40,000 to like 50,000 damage. Like just straight up just explosion. I'm like, all right, cool. That whatever that was dead. So it's for PVE. He's got like he's so strong.
I mean, like the current team I'm using in Collab War is Totoroki, All Might, and Momo. So I haven't had an issue on ladder since. And I also have an OP backline to back them up. So it's just overrated. But yeah, like overall, I do think his PvE is S. I don't like him at all in PvP. Period. That's just, I tried him. I was like, no, we're not working on this. And then Collab War again, he shines. He's very enjoyable. It's not my personal favorite, but still an enjoyable unit tier wise.
And here we go, guys. This is the one we're waiting for right here. This is
just S tier everything.
we got Eraserhead.
You can be brain dead and you can play him. And he's god tier.
Dude, both him and Endeavor are gonna be the most brain dead
Literally,
in PvP.
There's really not much to talk
guys.
about him,
listen, all you have to do is auto attack in PvP, and he's broken.
I hate it. You don't have to use
Put your call
unit.
traps down. Wait till they get close enough and stupid enough to run into one.
Stuns you.
Yep.
Yes,
Not just like
bleed you.
an AoE effect and then they go away. No, each little one caltrop stun you, and then he just spams his auto, runs away back to his caltrops, puts more down, throws shurikens at you while you're.
The first time I got hit by that, I was like,
"What am I?" Yeah, because you can't even see it because the ping's so bad in Taiwanese server. He literally just freaking like flings kunais or shurikens at you, and you're like, "Damn, I got to get close." You get close, get stuck in the caltrops, and then he just auto combos you. Put some more caltrops down, throw some more shurikens at you, you're dead.
I mean, he
goes invisible, and he's invulnerable to damage.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
That's what you'd expect from a teacher, right?
I don't think
I've
I've ever seen one ult me. Have you guys ever seen one of them ult you?
Oh, yeah.
I've never been ulted by him because he just kills me every time I see him.
I mean,
actually.
He could stun All Might in his tornado, by the way, with his like weird bandage thing.
Mhm.
Like
Only
only thing. I can run right over to call traps. I can get frozen by Totoroki. Anything. But dude, he hits me. I don't know what ability is. I'm trying to read his abilities because it keeps happening to me. And I'm like,
it's the remember like some characters have half ults. Like so, Bakugo has a half ult, All Might has a half ult, and then Aizawa has a half ult too.
Okay.
It's a half ult, which is the bandages.
That
It's
thing
so
is
busted.
broken.
He's so
I'm
busted.
so bad at maining him.
Like I'm so glad I get him for free. When I saw that they were like everybody gets them, I'm like, why?
Why?
Why? You could be a comatose patient and still win PvP, okay? That's manual.
At least we gotta fight him with lower ping, man. Jeez.
Maybe because they're giving him for free, maybe, just maybe, they might be doing some tweaking. But if they ain't doing any tweaking,
they're never nerfing that guy, bro.
It's still easier on my wallet, technically. And like ideally, so let's say like this could be another thing they're thinking. So we're always like, he's broken, he's hard to fight against, things like that. So on global, they could, at least from their possible perspective, they could be thinking like, okay, let's give everybody a broken unit to work with. So then it's like, so while he is a brain dead unit, and it's like, well, if we give everybody the brain dead unit,
everybody wins.
Then so it's like then you guys can go hash it out, and then
it just reminds me of like 7 Deadly Sins. He's gonna be that unit for a while for everyone in Taiwan. Like if you have him, unless you really don't care about meta, but if you care about winning, especially in arena or even in like Collab War, like you have to have him on your team. Like Endeavor, both of those.
Yeah.
Like you have to have them on your team. Like they're so broken not to use.
And then when Shigaraki comes out,
like even if you were trying to rebel
on you every time,
it would actually be bad if you were trying to rebel against this meta. Like you'd be like, I'll bench Aizawa. I'm like, well, you will regret it, and you're not even going to be able to compete for that Endeavor. So bye. If that's how bad it is if you bench it.
I just want to point out that I won like 97 ranked matches, and 4 times have I ever beaten Aizawa. That's it. 4 times. I have so many L's. Like from
Yeah.
like
I have a lot of L's because I just leave. I just can't move, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every time I have like beat him, I've taken a victory lap. Okay, because it's just like finally.
Screaming.
Yeah,
Screaming. They're like, let's go. I'm just like, what happened? Aizo, I beat him. Oh, okay.
like, oh shit, you know,
It's gonna make headlines on some
wow.
like podcast or anything else. Be like, hey, so this many people actually beat Aizawa. Here's how.
It's like a local streamer actually beat Aizawa. How'd you do it? I don't know. Wow, inspiring. Like that's literally, yeah.
I just figured out the way to counter him is ulting. Like you have to pretty much keep swapping all the time to get the immunity, and that's why it's people made that swap meta, is because no one did that until Aizawa, because everyone was just getting CC locked. So they were like, okay, let me just do my ability swap, and then you get your ult on one character, and then you just hit him, and you just one shot him at least.
Like I have to kite him, pray heavily, and then like if I hit one time, I can kill him. But it's if I can hit him, because he doesn't get hit stun. Other characters get hit stun. You can literally punch him with an ability straight in the face. It's like, that's cute. But if you happen to hit stun him and you can get that combo off and he can trade into like red right, I can one shot him instantly. But like that's the only way I can actually beat him. That's it. I did it 4 times. 4 ults killed him. That was so yeah, we busted. That's kind of the
I mean,
best way.
These type of characters really don't need that much summarizing. They're at the top of the tier. Like these are at the top of the tier list for a reason.
Every single new S tier so far has been at the top of a tier list.
So
Overlord.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's pretty much we covered. I think we did cover them all.
That's every launcher unit right there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Endeavor too, but he's just the same shit. So
Endeavor, I mean, it's another character, not much to talk about. Literally, strive to get him if you can. Like again, if they actually do have him in the
those who have him will destroy
ladder. Yeah. So if you see him on there, just smile, like Deku does in the anime, and hold your thumbs up, and there you go. That's the best you can do.
And grab your phone and yell Shoto into it.
Oh man! Hopefully. By the next time we do this podcast, the game will be out.
Yes.
Right.
Because this is the 14th when we're recording this, and some people, like I literally have someone that DM'd me their store. I don't know what region he's in, but it says pre-order expected May 14th. Then I have people that send me from EU. It says the 18th, and then
18th, 14th.
Then there's me NA on my iOS. It says June 1st. So like. Yeah,
I tried to use a VPN and see, and it didn't change for me. But there were so many people.
I think you have to actually have an account on that region. The way it works, especially on iOS. iOS is really weird with that crap.
You know what it is? They're doing the dance. Like not too many people do this anymore, but it's kind of like a folklore dance where they kind of hop around a bit. They have all the different companies, and they do the talks, right? They spit some stuff left, right, pinball it. And then this is their way of getting not hype. This is more of getting anxiety, but like it still gets the point across to the game. And are we going to get a date soon? That's our main question. That's going to be all the videos.
I also think they're doing so many different versions just because PvP and server lag and ping and netcode and all that. Like I think, like, could you imagine if EU and NA or even NA in Canada, like you'd still have pretty high ping. Like if I'm from. If you're from what's furthest away from Canada? West Coast, right?
West Coast.
West
depending
Coast.
On what side of Canada.
If you're from the West Coast and you're connecting to like literally the other side of Canada, dude, like, bro, that's gonna be like 150 ping or worse. Like it's gonna be just as bad as the EU almost. So I don't know. I think
have their own server. Canada has its own server too.
So Canada's gonna have their own server. Mexico, NA, I think is. I hope they do Central. That'd be the best for everybody.
USA.
I would have thought US was like do Mexico.
You know what I meant? USA, same thing.
Can I get a Hawaii server?
God damn, I'm gonna get flamed in the comments for that.
Just one.
Do it.
Like
drop the combo. Yeah. So NA. Huh?
For more stupidity like that, follow me.
In Hawaii to get there.
Canada.
Give me an exclusive server that
Bro, I once said on my stream I thought Brazil was in Europe. not. Spoiler alert. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was fun. We gotta do it again.
Yep. Nah, it was definitely pretty awesome. I'm glad everybody kind of came together. Like, this is a game where like you could feel like we've been in Discord calls literally daily,
Till
doing
7 a.m.
literally anything else until like 7 a.m. Today was I was in there till like 9. But anyways, so like
let's not talk about the first day we played this. We stayed up like 30 hours straight.
I for 24
straight.
hours. So I wanted to see if you're still up.
Yep, I did 12 straight hours of PvP. Like straight. That's all I did.
With
I was just
300
like,
ping. Imagine when he actually has good ping.
Dude, I was so tired. I didn't
Gonna
have
fall
Netflix on my
asleep
bed. I still
mid
passed out
mid
on it.
PvP
I
match.
just woke
He's
up
be
to
like,
you guys playing.
just one more.
I was like,
here's
are
the
you guys
best
streaming
part,
yet?
though.
And you guys are like, yeah, I'm streaming on Discord.
Oh, I remember that. That was a good story.
yeah, that was a 30-hour day for me. You know, just one day. 30 hours.
To us, it felt like we were streaming. You know, like we were in it.
Yeah,
Deep.
this game.
Discord
Game's
streaming is the new
great.
meta. Join all our Discords. All right.
Exactly. We've been
We can
hopping
have
Discords.
Discord parties. Yeah. We Discord hopping out here.
Exactly.
Make sure those of you that are watching follow everybody. Everyone's links are going to be in the description box in everyone's videos. And we all are going to post our own video on our own channel, so be sure to hit the like button on everybody's video and subscribe.
Comments, all the things. Do the
Yes,
YouTube things.
helps the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? The algorithms. Yes.
Yes,
You got to help us
guides.
out. We will
There's
all
any
be
guides
doing
over there.
guides, I'm pretty sure.
I'm doing PvP guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm more waiting till the
need
game
to.
actually comes out.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting till the game releases.
And
I
we
did
will be
3
doing these
guides.
monthly.
And there's like just some certain guides like I have to wait until the game.
Oh yeah,
like,
to
gets
get like the
translated
better
correctly.
translations on everything.
Yeah.
Item cards,
guess
abilities, all that.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm making my re-debut technically, Junior.
Oh yeah.
Remember my old chip? Yeah,
Mhm. Yep,
wipe
there you
that
go.
clean. So,
Yep.
I guess I'm coming back to YouTube. Yeah. So,
He's like YouTube.
I'm back.
To be.
So
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is great. I'm glad this game is coming out. I'm glad it has a lot of great things that I wish other gachas had, and I haven't been as excited to play a game like SDS. I'm not gonna lie, like 70 cents, man. That game was so good. It's just, man,
Until
that the
3
way
weeks
that
later.
content came out. You know what I'm saying? But this is like, I haven't been this hyped for a game. I was even like expecting this game. Came out of nowhere for me.
Same.
I was like, this is amazing.
Yep.
X-Ray's like,
X-Ray
hey
kept
guys,
getting me
you
and
should
Junior
check
to
down-
play it. Yeah, for like a
2,
week, and I'm
3
like,
weeks. I was dripping. I was just dripping it in there for like 3 weeks ever since I met y'all. I was like, yo, man, My Hero, that new My Hero game. Yo, I'm on the My Hero game. You know, I kept saying it. And the one day Legion's like, you know what? Let me download this shit right now after stream.
That was at 11 p.m. after a
Yeah.
13-hour stream, and I stayed up till 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I woke
That was
up
my
and played
32-hour
for
day.
20 hours straight.
yeah. I just got super curious, and like one day X-Ray came into the Discord and I said, you know what, X-Ray, drop it, man. Tell me the hookups. Let's get it. And then Junior follows up
Yeah.
afterwards.
We all did it, and that was
Then
it.
we were all
That
just
was-
sitting in
was
Discord
it.
brain dead
Yeah,
for 20
we never
hours.
got off the game, and
we're
I'm
just
like,
God.
It just has to be forever.
My heroes.
Why don't I have
Three
any more
games dungeons,
stamina?
Solo dungeons, solo raids, 9-man raids, PvP, 2 forms of PvP. You have like story.
Wars.
You have Guild Wars. Like actual leaderboards for everything. You could speed
Reward.
run.
When you run out of stamina, you can literally just do PvP as much as you want.
And it's cool. They record your speed runs and they showcase you as the #1 person for that week,
Mm-hmm.
and then give you rewards for being the #1 and reward everybody else for just being there.
Yeah, so
Every time somebody breaks a record, the whole server gets rewarded.
Yep.
It's crazy.
If NA version or global version, I don't even know what we're calling it anymore at this point. Global version comes out because EU is
Global
supposed to
NA.
come out the 18th, and then NA is supposed to come out June 1st.
I-
apparently,
Yeah,
EU
or at
did kind of
least, like,
spoil it by saying, "Oh, that's the NA version." When someone talked about 19th,
May 19th.
and then they deleted that tweet, and then
Should've got
NA is
fired
like,
from
"Hey,
NA.
that's not ours." Yeah, he probably got fired. That guy probably got fired.
Rip intern Kun.
And then NA is like, nope, that's not our release date. That's EU release date. Ours is still spring, quote unquote. So like spring lasts until June 19th, and everywhere on NA region, iOS and Android says June 1st. So
Yeah.
probably June 1st. So for the first week, I don't think your guys are going to see us doing a podcast because we're just going to be
Oh, yeah.
no-lifing this game.
I just finished stream.
No.
We'll probably do one at the end of the month when it comes out or something,
Mm.
like a monthly
The updated
podcast.
cast.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so now that I'm cracked out on this game, let's tell you what's happening.
Now
You
that
know,
I'm out
that's
of
pretty much-
stamina and I've wasted 500 hero coins on it every day.
All of us got like triple S character. We got S plus. Most of us, you
I'm
know.
definitely getting a triple S dot, triple S plus.
You can,
triple S
if
dot
they
Bakugo.
add custom,
Mm.
you can 100% expect us to be posting custom matches as videos against each other.
Mm.
Like,
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
those
you know what
thumbnails are gonna be
There's
fire.
something, you know,
Yo, me
That's
and
more
JB
content.
come out of Shoutcaster retirement.
Oh, that'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, we have experience. We
are-
are
Yes,
certified.
I've
yeah.
seen content creators say they want to actually host tournaments, so that's just more content.
That would be good too. Like, I would
host a
love to do
tournament with all your
giveaways that
viewers
way.
with them. Mhm.
Like, hey, everybody in chat, if we got 16 people, we can set up a 16-person tournament, and the winner wins a $50 gift card. Like, that would be hype if I could do that. That'd be really good.
Mhm.
My hero, take notes.
Yeah,
dude.
listen.
We're
I
available.
don't know if you're watching, but if you're watching,
Yeah.
you,
Yes.
right, do it.
You know where to find us. We're in your guys' Discord,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
content creators. So, you know, just think
Just
about
do
it.
it.
Think about it. Get people to give custom games and have them playing all the time. There you go.
And we
Real-
all have certifications in something, so we are we have licenses, right?
Yep.
You guys, yeah.
Yeah. I went through the whole Shoutcaster thing with Valorant. It was great.
I went to Shoutcaster school.
Actually.
There you go.
I
They have a
actually
school
did.
for
Yeah.
that? Where
Yeah.
do I sign up?
Well, it was a.
Damn, I'm as
special
mind blown
program
about
event.
that as when I found out that there's a butler school. The fuck?
Yes, that does exist.
I
yeah.
That exists.
didn't even know that was a thing.
That wasn't even a joke. Yeah, they have butler schools. If you guys are interested in that, then Google is your friend for that one.
But actual professional Shoutcaster. Boom. If you guys didn't know. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
So
He's
all
just
of
like-
our links, we all have the same name on every platform. X-Ray stepping up, but that's fine. You can follow him on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch at Xraypc. You can follow
It's
me.
not in this house.
Yeah, just not in his house. Don't follow him in his house. Don't follow me in my house either, because I got a license too, but I don't think you're gonna want to find out what kind of license that we're talking about here. Follow me at LegionzGaming, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that. I don't really use Instagram much, but yeah, Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, Discord as well. You can find all that stuff on my.
Cool.
I'll
Junior
put
Chill everywhere.
everyone. I'll put me and Juniors because that's really where we all hang out. Is me and Juniors Discord. I'll put that down below as well.
Yeah, mine's there. It exists. It's just kind of
Everybody just joins me or Juniors. It's like we have like a 15-person party every day.
so mine's like the secret getaway. It's there.
When you
It's
don't
just
want to
that we
listen to
usually-
15 people arguing about Bakugo's character, development, okay. That's okay. X-Ray's not here. He'll find out at the end of the video. He'll be like, "What the?"
You'd be like, mother.
Sneak that in there.
It's like you know? But yeah,
yeah, that's it.
And then, of course, follow Junior as well. All platforms.
JBeeZee. JBeeZee everywhere. Yes, follow me twice, but also
Follow-
JBeeZee.
Yeah. We shouted
I
out
mean-
X-Ray, but yeah, X-Ray, if you want to tell them where to find you, I already did, but you can go ahead and
Xraypc, all socials. There
yes,
you go.
100%. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe,
Sweet.
all the stuffs.
Crazy.
I'll see you guys next time.
See you guys live.
Bye-bye.
Bye.